Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm on the stream because it's calm on the side. Yeah, it is. Mm. I was gonna try to sprint my way to Panera for a nice coffee, but I decided not to. I'm having a Celsius instead. Hello, good people. We're back. Hit the like as you're coming in. Please and thank you. I gotta set an alarm so I can get away from you hooligans on time just to come back right back for the next stream. So let me set an alarm on our next stream. Y'all, I'm still kind of like reeling from our last from the last stream. Like I cannot believe oh my god, we have so much to talk about when it comes to that topic. We're gonna get back to that on the last stream, but let's take an intermission, okay? Let's take an intermission and talk about me being 99 pounds down on Zepbound because why not? Why not? You know, I'm always taking notes and then I keep the notes on the phone that I'm using as a camera. It's the weirdest shit in the world, okay? It is the weirdest shit in the world. But like the stream, as you're coming in, I'm going to start out with a few TikToks on what I eat in a day on Zepbound. I typically don't look at Zepbound content on TikTok, so I thought this might be interesting. So while people are getting a chance to come back in, they may or may not be getting the notification. So I'll give people a few minutes to come in. Let's look at some of these what I eat in a day videos.
Focused on the GLP-1. This is leftover steak. We ordered in last night. I wanted steak. This is the leftover steak. I have a piece of what I want to believe.
You know what? I just had an idea too. We should look at some frugal grocery shopping videos for the next stream. Let me write that down. Because everybody can't be complaining. I know there's a lot of people like upset, but somebody making it. So let's see. Frugal grocery shopping. Let's try that. Let's see if some people are like figuring it out through the struggle. We'll talk about that on the next stream, but let's see what these people are eating in a day.
It's sourdough bread, and then we have some salted butter. I'm trying to see if I want to even use a fork and a knife. This is not even the right knife, bitch. Let's not even talk about it. I'm just gonna eat it with my hands because I don't give a fuck. It's my house, my breakfast. I don't care. Like I like eating like a caveman. Like
It does.
like that's my shit. Okay, just take a little dry. Ooh, the steak's a little dry because obviously.
I mean, like I can't I don't know how everyone else eats butter, but I need my butter to be like slightly melted. Like I don't know what the fuck she's doing with big ass chunks of butter like that. Does everybody do that? Am I the weird one?
This is reheated, but still fucking good. I think I put too much butter on this fucking in there because I love pickled carrots, but they're so hard to find. So I just made my fucking own, and I think I'm gonna just snack on some pickled carrots.
That's a good idea too, reindeer.
These aren't even ready. They'll be ready like in 3 days.
She doing more talking than eating. That shit is annoying.
Here's what a full day of food looks like for me on Zepbound. So pasteurized eggs, Adel sausage, and potatoes. And I also have an applesauce for some added fiber. And then one of these for a snack later on, about 2 to 3 hours later. I also have coconut water for added electrolytes. I try to have one Fairlife a day as well. And then for lunch, I had a turkey, avocado, and mozzarella cheese wrap. I added some of this yummy seasoning that I love. I literally put it on just about everything. And then for dinner, I had a
Is it me or is there a stark contrast? But man, this is a rabbit hole because now I'm wondering like I'm watching her what I eat in a day and I'm like, "Oh my god, you can afford avocado?" Not that I can't, but like there's so many people saying that they can't. So it's like how many different demographics of people are we talking about? So the people that are on Zepbound, a lot of them get it through insurance, but a lot of them don't. So okay, let me ask it this way. Forget the Zepbound. Are the people doing what I eat in a day videos? They have to pay the same grocery prices as the rest of us. Are they just well off or are they just doing better financially? What do you guys think? Because there's a lot of what I eat in a day videos. So are those just like wealthy people? Are they just like well-off people? Because they don't seem to be complaining about the grocery prices, which are that's a genuine thing to care about or complain about. But I'm interesting. But let's continue.
Salad, and then I also had some pot roast that I had cooked down with some onions, and then for my dessert I had one of these Fiber One bars for added fiber.
What I eat in a day on Zepbound. I woke up at about 9 o'clock today. I had a dentist appointment, so I didn't have time to actually eat before I left. So I grabbed my favorite protein shake. This is the Fairlife Core Power Chocolate Protein Shake. It's got 42 grams of protein in it, and I've been sipping on this all morning. Now that I'm home, I'm gonna eat my favorite Chobani Flip. This is the perfect peach cobbler one. It's so good, y'all. This has 9 grams of protein in it. So after I finish my protein shake and eat this yogurt, I will be at 51 grams of protein for the day, and it's not even noon yet. My goal is 90 grams a day. However, bare minimum, I wanna get at least 60 in every single day. It's about 4 o'clock. I'm gonna have a late lunch, early dinner. So I got some bacon mac and cheese here. This has about 17 grams or so of protein in it.
I hope it doesn't have sugar in it. I will never forget that shit.
So after all that this morning and then this, I'll be at like 68 grams so far for the day. Oh, and I've been drinking water since I got up this morning. All right, y'all, it is about 10 o'clock at night. I am eating my late night snack because I didn't want anything after I ate that mac and cheese.
No to the late night snacks, but I would say I definitely eat more than she does.
So I got some naan and some hummus. This has about 4 grams a serving, and then this also has about 4 grams a serving of protein. So we got 8 grams here, which brings our total for the day to 76 grams. It's not 90, but I'll take it. A couple more things I wanted to add. I make sure I drink a bunch of water throughout the day, and I also drink electrolytes every day. I like Gatorade, it's just the easy version, but Liquid IV is also good. And then another snack that I've been eating a lot lately that I really do like is this turkey jerky. It's hickory smoke flavored. I'm actually allergic to beef jerky, so that's
what I eat in a day as someone that's on Zepbound but still actually eats food. To the people in the comments,
I'm not gonna lie. I realize I say that a lot. The girls don't like plain water. I'm talking to y'all in the chat, and I'm talking about TikTok. The girls do not like plain water. I'm not even saying you have to. I just think it's interesting. One of the biggest things that comes up with 75 hard is, oh my God, the water has to be plain. Look at the girls on TikTok adding shit to their water. I mean, I'll listen. Whatever. Listen. I'm just observing. I'm not judging. I'm just observing.
comments saying, I can't believe you eat that much food. Let me just say, you know how to make a girl feel real good. First up, breakfast. I always have cottage cheese for breakfast, and I'll have it with some kind of protein. Sometimes I'll have eggs, sometimes I have chicken sausage, sometimes I have both. But my newest fixation is adding pomegranate seeds on top. Do not knock it until you try it. This kind of breakfast is super easy to make, and it's really good for starting off your day and balancing your blood sugar. It also has 30 grams of protein.
Listen, Lindas. Zepbound is already balancing your blood sugar. Like, her food looks fine. It looks fine, but Zepbound is already balancing your blood sugar. Okay? It is already balancing your blood sugar. Like, what? You are correct. The plain water is killing me on 75 hard. Oh, I know. The girls be crying about the plain water. Like, and y'all grown as hell. Grown as hell. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting that, like, the girls don't like plain water. I like both. Like, I like plain water. I like sparkling water. I like electrolyte water. Like, wow. It's funny you said that. I just filled my water bottle up with regular water at the gym. I've been doing less flavor since 75 medium. Yeah. The girls don't like plain
Now
water.
it's lunchtime, and I'm really trying to get more veggies into my diet, so I bought this pre-made mix from Trader Joe's where you just toss it in the pan. I added it with some ground beef and cottage cheese and pomegranate seeds. When I'm obsessed with
Wait a goddamn minute. This can't be right. Wait, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Somebody help me out. Maybe I should have saved. Let's stop this. Let's stop looking at this because I'm gonna get distracted. Maybe I should have saved that collection of TikToks for next stream because I'm confused. Like, I'm actually happy with what I'm seeing. like the what I eat in a day, just the few that I've seen on Zepbound, it seems like they're eating fairly healthy. Like I don't see a lot of junk food. I do see like, you know, a good amount of packaged fiber or protein products, but even I supplement with some of those. But other than that, it seems like they're eating whole foods. So again, I'm asking the question, like, are they just well off? Like, are we just to assume that they just have more money, so like the grocery prices aren't affecting them? I am so confused. But anyway, y'all, welcome back. We will get into that when we try to put together my grocery list in our last stream for the night at 10 p.m. Eastern time, assuming we get there in time. We might even get there early. Like the stream if you haven't already. We're going to be talking about how I'm 99 pounds down on Zepbound and maintenance is nowhere in sight. I'm also going to give you guys the opportunity to come up and share anything about your weight loss journey if you want to. A lot of people typically don't want to, but let me see. Let me share the link. Invite guests to studio. Okay. Because I am doing the vertical tonight, actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. Typically, I would say when you're coming up, you don't have to have your camera on. But I'm going to have to change the rules because a lot of weird people end up coming in the vertical. So what's going to happen is if you choose to come up, if I'm not familiar with who you are, you're going to have to show me your face before I let you up onto the stream. So you can show me your face in the background. Make sure you're not trying to freaking P-bomb the stream if you don't know what that is, P-O-R-N. Like make sure you're not trying to do anything weird on the stream to get the channel struck. And then you can turn your camera back off and I will let you up. Okay, so I'm gonna, in fact, to reduce the amount of chaos, I'm gonna only share the link into the horizontal the landscape stream. So if anybody's interested in coming up and sharing their progress or asking me a question, you are free to come up, okay? At any time during this stream. Not the next one, but this one. Whole Foods, if you buy the right ones, are like super cheap. Am I wrong? Haley Bailey? I only eat chicken. I don't know. What do you guys say? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. We'll talk about that on the next stream, Haley. So if you're still around, check us out with that in about 2 hours. Prayers for the people in the vertical. They could always switch over, but they're too lazy to. There's a lot of weirdos that come up in the vertical algorithm. I don't know why. Not all of you that are over there, okay? So don't be shy. But there's like, we get the strangest people that come up in the vertical. Like we get all the trolls, all the crazies. Like it's weird. Okay, so why do you say maintenance is nowhere in sight? Because I'm not done losing weight. And I don't know when I will be done. Shall I ask y'all like a borderline toxic question? I mean, I don't know. I got a question. How do you know when you're done losing weight? How do you guys know? Because I'm 1 pound away from my original goal of 100 pounds, and I'm not thinking about maintenance. I'm not, but I've been knew that like 40 pounds ago that I was going to lose more than 100 pounds. So that's not even new. I thought that like, well, let me get to the 100 and see to be sure. At 99 pounds, I am 100% sure that I'm not thinking about maintenance anytime soon. What will be my final weigh in or what is my weight loss goal? I don't have one. I mean, okay. Starting 75 hard, I had a goal of 20 pounds. I think I started at 155, 157. So that will put me at 137 for 75 hard. But will I be done losing weight then? I don't know. I guess I'll have to get there and see. They all want to marry her. Reindeer, you must have well, we were all in the vertical for the last one. It was only vertical. And yeah, it's Nicole is beautiful. She has those striking blue eyes. She's stunning. She is stunning. But she often goes live when I'm working, so I don't always get to catch her lives. Like I pop in to say hi and then I pop right back out. But yeah, I know it's like marry me from Morocco, marry me from South Africa, marry me from Thailand. I'm like, what the why don't you come marry me over here? Why don't you come here and marry me? Why how we gonna get married over YouTube? Whatever. So Again, if anybody wants to come up, just click the link that is in the landscape stream and you can come up and chat with me a little bit. All right. All right. So back to Reindeer's question. I'm asking y'all, how do you know what's too much weight loss? Because I feel like when people talk about looking ill, they always use celebrities as examples. And I feel like we should never use celebrities as the example. Like we should never use, that's like using Lizzo as the example for body positivity. Like, I don't think we should use Ariana Grande as the example for losing too much weight or being too thin. Just like I don't think we should use Lizzo as the example for body positivity. I don't think we should care about what these people are doing. They're going to do what they do. I mean, even if you're a fan, like it shouldn't be like, oh, it's okay to be big because Lizzo's big. Or, oh, I'm afraid to lose weight because of look at Ariana Grande. Like, I don't think they should be the standard. So celebrities aside, how do we know what's too much weight loss? Jen, how did you know when to stop losing weight? If you're watching, Jen might be busy. Vanilla Queen says when you like how you look and feel. I don't think it's a number. Well, Vanilla Queen, I agree, except I mean there's really no except. It's just that let me show you. I like the way I look and feel now. So, y'all want to know a secret? I am very torn about where to go from here. Let me show y'all. I shared this on my community tab. Okay. Y'all, I like the way I look now. Shawnee, let me get my big ass head off the screen, Shawnee. Hold on. Shawnee, you want to come up with your camera on or off? Let me know before I bring you up. You want to just put a thumbs up if you want to keep the camera on. Just, you can put a thumbs up. Okay, all right. All right. Hi, Shawnee. Hi, girl.
Let me get up.
What a nice surprise. How's your workout going?
It's going good, but I'm gonna go to another area so I don't interrupt these people. Cause I got time tonight.
All right. All right. So what do you want to share? I'm listening. I'm not
Let's
even here. This
see.
your channel.
Hi y'all. What do I want to? What do I don't know? I've never been on here when you've done this. What do people usually share?
Well, I just dropped a link for people that want to share how their journey's been going for them. I just finished asking the question. I don't even know if you heard it. How do you know when you're done losing weight? Do you know, Shani? Like, how would you know?
I think actually I had just responded on I don't know if you know Downsizing Diva, but on her she had posted something about chasing the scale versus chasing a body type. And so I think I'm actually chasing the body type right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also said, because I know, I'm not judging people because, I get accused of that sometimes. That's probably why I'm on this page. I mean, this channel. But anyway, I know we're a little vain over here, but I think that when I get to that body type, I will be in a healthy weight. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, I don't want to lose any more weight.
Mm-hmm.
I know that if I keep doing what I'm doing, kind of loud. I should probably go outside. But if I keep doing what I'm doing, the weight is going to match, the body. I mean, it may not be like I may not be, I already can fit some sixes and smalls, but my size is an 8, and I still weigh a lot. I still weigh.
How much do you weigh? What's your latest weigh in? Oh, she froze on us. I think it's because
178.
178. Okay.
Oh,
And you're
just a
itty bitty.
second.
You're short like me. So yeah, you have plenty of room to go if you want to. Take your time. It's okay. We're not going nowhere.
I'm trying to get to a spot I know to work. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm
we
gonna go
can hear you.
outside by the pool. I got a fancy gym.
I'm looking for one, and I live in such a rural area. I can't find one. The screen froze, but we could still hear you. Like the picture froze, but we could still hear you.
You see me and hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Oh, okay.
Let me see something. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
You're so
So,
beautiful. But go ahead.
okay, where was I at? You know, I'm old.
You were talking about how you're a size 8 and you still weigh a lot.
Yeah. So, because most times when I say how much I weigh, people don't think I weigh that amount. But I think because I carry weight, like I still have like a apron belly,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then, when you lose this amount of weight, I think I've lost 112 pounds
Mm-hmm.
total. I mean, you're going to have some loose skin. So some of that is probably that. If I was able to get some work done, I probably wouldn't, weigh that amount. But I'm just saying that I don't think that I'm probably gonna, because I keep saying I'm coming after Jen, after that body. But you know I'll be playing. I don't have to be that size. But I don't know if I will ever get to 140, and I'm okay with that.
You
But I
sound like
still
you sound like there's some doubt. What are you doubting? Why can't you get to 140?
I really think that I would be, in my mind, I'm feeling like I would be too thin because like I want the belt, like I'm chasing this body, meaning that I want the belly gone, but I'm not going to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in my it's just elective surgery is not really good for me because of health history. I have a history of blood clots. It's like my orthopedic just told me to actually stop jogging and to just stick with the bike and elliptical because I'm putting myself at risk for needing a knee replacement
Mm,
years later. Which, why do I have to do that just to get the thrill? Because I can jog now. He's
right.
like, you have a risk of blood clots because once you've had them, it's a risk that you can have them again. So any elective surgeries definitely would like getting, if it was like if my belly was hanging down, but it's not. Like it's just, it's like a little bit right
You
here.
look phenomenal. We're a little
Uh,
vain over here, so we can talk body yaddy yaddy yaddy. We can talk body, we can talk booty, we can talk
and
all that.
I mean, I feel like I'm 51, so I feel good. I go out with my sons, and they think I'm their woman. So I feel okay, other than that belly. But I'm just kind of like I'm just gonna keep working on it. So
So
my legs, I don't want to be. I just aesthetically, I don't want to be skinny. Like
yeah,
I want to be like I would be okay if I didn't have the belly right now,
right.
and continue working on my arms, continue working on the fat versus the muscle. When I had
Mm-hmm.
my DEXA scan, the lady was like, I mean, either it's genetics or you really been eating right and getting all your protein, or it's genetics, because I've never seen anybody lose this amount of weight and hold on this amount of muscle.
So
So
Jen says you feel like you'll be too thin, or your peers think you'll be too thin. Because I
Jen
was going to
always
ask the
says
same
that.
question, just a little less
No, I
nicer.
think I mean I already know my peers think I'm too thin right now, and I know I'm not, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I also don't want to, like, I don't want to, I'm not having a facelift and all of that. I'm eating the protein. I'm doing the skincare. I'm doing everything,
Right.
and I still have this. I don't want it. Like, I don't want that. So if I'm going to neglect to lose 10 to 20 pounds that I actually could lose, because I know that I really can lose it. I know that I can lose it. I've done it. I'm on a
Is somebody
GLP-1.
telling you like to not keep? I'm confused. We're itty bitties. So in what world are we stopping at 170 something? It seems like you're doubting that you should keep losing, and I don't see anything wrong with
No,
losing some more weight.
I'm actively losing,
Oh,
but I've
okay.
slowed my weight down intentionally
Okay.
Try to increase my calories because I'm trying to first. I mean, I'm trying to get my calories, my BMR up more than what it is. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get more muscle. I may not be able to be on this medication for forever
Right.
because I pay for it. So
Right.
I'm thinking about all of those things. Um, so am I gonna want to live at 1,400 calories? No. So I'm trying to
Well,
build as much
at
muscle.
170 something, probably not. But at 140, 1400 is reasonable.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, if I got down to that, but I also, I mean, I burn about 600 calories a day working out. I work out every day, V,
Mm-hmm.
every day. I lift 5 of those days. And I'm not talking about when you talk about people be saying they lifting and they lifting 2 pounds and 5 pounds. Like I really work out.
Right.
I didn't get these arms doing that. You understand?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I put in the work. I'm not over here just talking, and I'm not being funny, but I'm saying I just and I'm not saying that I wouldn't ever get to the 145, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I'm okay. I will if I get to what I like my body at, I would stop. I'm not there right now. So that's why
I
I have to
agree. I'm the
stop.
same way. Like when
So
I got to
if I got
170,
there at
it was some
150 and I'm liking how I'm looking, then I'll be like, okay, let's go into maintenance. And let me go down to this 2.5 because that's gonna be cheaper. Like that's part of my goal, right?
mm-hmm.
Because I'm tired of paying for this money. I mean, paying for this medication.
Me
If
too.
I get there at 160, if at 160 I have the body, um, you know, I would stop. I would stop there. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would get there at 160. Maybe 150, 155. I don't know, but I just don't think. I think I'll get there before 140. That's why I said
Yeah.
that. It's not that I'm
Yeah.
against the size. I'm just.
Yeah, no, no, no. So for me, like I'm just now getting to like the 100 pound mark, which I got 1 more pound, and I'm like, okay. So I wanted to wait to see when I got here how I would feel. I like the way I look, but I feel like I can afford to lose more body fat. So me personally, I'm comfortable with continuing to lose like me personally, especially now because like if I was to gain 10 pounds, I'd be back like right back into being overweight. So for me, I want to give myself a little bit of buffer, but I was just making sure you weren't like nervous about losing more weight because you're fine. Like you're working out, you're eating, we're short. If you want to lose a little more weight, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But of course, it's up to you.
No, I do want to lose a little bit more. I mean, not even necessarily a little bit more. It's just I'm not chasing a number on the scale. I'm
Yeah.
more so chasing a body aesthetic, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and being my age, and that I was so large and lost, and I have this belly, like I might be trying to chase the apron belly going away, and it may not ever go away, and that could be 10 pounds that's sitting there.
Right. I see
That
what you
and the
mean.
other loose that and the other loose skin that I have that I'm not having surgery on.
Mm-hmm. But I also think that when we say I don't want to be too thin at this number. If we ain't been that number and we don't know how long, we don't know. We don't know if it's too thin. So I do think like the approach of, well, I'll know when I get there. I
I
don't
get
see
it.
anything wrong with that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay. My last question, like so are you ever in fear that you would lose too much? Well, I guess that would be the answer, right? 140, you think you would be losing too much weight. So you are in fear of that a little bit.
I'm not in fear of losing too much weight. I just want to look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm chasing a number on the scale just to see that number, I still need to look the way I want to look and the way I want to feel.
Seriously.
I want to feel like I don't know if I'm how I'm gonna feel at that size. You say something all the time, and I take this to heart. You said, "Well, you can always gain some back if you need to,"
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm even okay with that. because right now I'm really trying to get the fat. I'm trying to, get my fat percentage down. So I know, and that's why I started lifting even more. I added 2 extra days because I was lifting 3, because I really want to, keep the muscle while I'm getting rid of the fat. Um,
Right.
so yeah, but that's
Yeah.
it.
Well, you look amazing, girl. Thank you for coming up. You know you still got to get that workout done, right?
Oh yeah, but I just spent all my money today on my 17-year-old for driving lessons, $440.
Oh.
He's about to take his test. So I can't be out shopping, spending money. So I've been at the gym. I'm here. I
Mm-hmm.
have a spa. So I'm here at the spa. So I'm here all day. I'm going to get in the pool. I'm here. So that's why I said I got time. But I am going to go finish my leg workout and keep listening.
All right, girl. Thank you for coming up. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. I love Shawnee. She's adorable. She is adorable. She's so beautiful. Okay, if anybody else wants to come up, the link is pinned in the uh landscape stream. Um okay. So I was yeah, so Shani said, I'm not chasing no number on the scale. I get it. I understand. My initial chase was 100 pounds. And now that I'm there, like I'm basically there, I'm like, I don't really have a number. We'll see. I get it. I just wanted to make sure it's not other people's opinion that's giving her pause, because a lot of y'all be scared of what other people talking about, yeah? Mm. Hey Linda. So let me go back through some of y'all's comments. Reindeer said, I'm going by the numbers. BMI, I know it's outdated, blah, 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 but I'm diabetic. I need to keep my numbers in check. Okay. Jen said, I chased the scale. Oh, and I had asked, how did Jen know when to stop losing weight? And she said, I honestly stopped when Zep stopped. Okay. Reindeer said, Shawnee, you look amazing. Congrats on your weight loss journey. Um, okay. Wow, 600 is a lot. How do you manage to burn so much just by lifting? Do you do cardio as well? If Shawnee's in the chat, she can answer that for you. Linda's saying, hey to everybody. Hey, Kim K. And Reindeer says, I still have high body fat, so I still have a lot of weight to lose, muscle to gain. Okay. So here, okay, this is what I was saying originally. Now, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I don't get into the I don't want to be too thin conversation. Like, the reason I don't is because, I'm just not in fear of looking too thin. I don't know where that fear comes from in general. Like lots of people say that. I don't have that fear because I'm into muscle. So I don't think there's ever a point where I reach a point where I look quote unquote too thin to myself. But let me tell y'all something. Since about 155, which was about almost 10 pounds ago, I've been questioning like I know I still want to keep losing weight because I'm like, Shawnee, I want to get my midsection as flat as possible. Yes, I have loose skin. Yes, I will have loose skin, but I want to lose as much body fat around the midsection as possible, okay? While still putting on muscle. But around 155, I'm like, I like the way I look, right? I know I still want to lose more weight, but I'm going to miss being filled out in certain areas. Like I'm going to miss having, fuller hips. Now, it appears, I don't know, I've never seen my body at 130, 120 or whatever. So I'm kind of learning this along the way. I'm learning what my body looks like under all that fat now. And it appears that I naturally have wider hips. So I don't think I'm going to lose my shape. I really don't. I don't think I'm gonna lose my shape, especially if I keep putting on muscle. But I like the way I look. I like the way I look. I just, what I don't like? My thigh gap is trying to do its big one, and my thighs are still in the way. I don't like having to lift my thighs when I'm doing certain workouts. I still like can pick up my belly when I'm sitting down. Like I can still take 2 handfuls of belly. I'm not saying these are bad things. I'm just saying that as long as I have excess body fat where I don't want it, I'm going to keep losing weight. Period. Like, I'm chasing an aesthetic too. What is that aesthetic? I don't know. I'll know it when I get there. And if I lose too much weight, I can gain it back. Shawnee's reminding me of my own sayings. Like, if I lose too much weight, I can gain it back. It'll be all right. It'll be all right, y'all. But I feel pretty damn good. Like, I took this picture without sucking it in. I did not. I am officially at the point where I don't have to suck it in. Like, I don't have to tighten my abdomen and take a picture. Another goal that I had was to be in a position where I could wear a sports bra without a shirt. I've been started doing that like 30 pounds ago. So I guess that was like a really arbitrary, like superficial goal. I know, but I didn't expect to be confident enough to walk around in a bra, a sports bra with no shirt while I still had, rolls and body fat and stuff like that. So I've been started doing that. So it only looks better and better, down the line. But I mean, I feel pretty good at 143 pounds. I'm half a pound, not even a full pound. As of this morning, I'm half a pound away from 142, which is 100 pounds down. And yeah, like I don't know. I feel good. I feel good. Now, if for some reason I lose more weight and I'm like, I like the way that I looked better, then I can put the weight back on, but I won't put it on as body fat. I will put it on as muscle. Make sense? Like if I'm at 143 right now, if I get down to 135 and I'm like, damn it, I overshot it. I want to go back up. I like 143, 145 better. I could put the weight back on. Like people be like, unless I end up ill, God forbid, there's no reason I'm going to end up at 99 pounds. Okay. So a healthy weight range for my height is as low as 115, 116. I'll be okay. The only reason I don't want to be 115, 116 is because I like muscle. I want muscle. I don't know how much muscle I can have at that weight. Again, I'm not worried about being too thin, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't have a goal. 100 pounds was the goal. I have no goal beyond that other than to be a baddie, like just to look amazing. Like I want my proportions to remain proportional. Like I want my waist to remain smaller. I'm demonstrating, but y'all can't see me. I want my waist to remain smaller than the width of my shoulders and my hips. And I think I naturally have wider hips. That's what it seems like, but I still have a lot of body fat. So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when I lose some more weight. Kim says originally I couldn't imagine getting to the weight I am now. So I set my goal at a weight I was at years ago and it felt good. It's like I still didn't fully believe what Zep was doing. Yeah, we know, Kim. Remember our whole I told you so session? I heart you, Kim. For those that don't know what we're talking about, Kim is a tall girly, 5'7", 5'8", 5'6", 5'7". She's a tall girl. Wait, I could be wrong. Remind me, Kim. But anyway, her original goal had her still in like, I think, lower end of obesity, overweight. And I was like, why? That goal is like, why is your goal so high? I don't want to be too thin. I don't want to be too thin. This is the last time I remember being this weight with yada, yada, yada. Okay, all the girls say that. Everybody says it except me and Jen. I'm throwing everybody else under the bus. Everybody else says it. And I'm just like, why? Like, what do you mean? You're probably gonna lower that goal. Just give it time. You're probably gonna lower it. And then she lowered it. So, it happens. Haley says, I still have 10 pounds left to lose, but right now I'm on a 3-month break from any dieting. I feel like I've been restricting food too much and needed to get back to eating normal, if that makes sense. Yeah, sure. Like, it's not that calorie restriction doesn't work. It's that it works in the short term. So if you're gonna cycle in and out of calorie restriction, it takes more time, but that's fine as long as you're being healthy. It's not that, again, people just say like restrict your calories, right? But you can't do that forever. Even I on a GLP-1 have taken breaks from restricting my calories, like, so yeah, thank you, Linda's journey. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll hit 145 just so I can see it healthy in the BMI scale. Yeah, I know. Listen, Shawnee, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. You are so beautiful. But the whole time you was talking, I'm like, girl, you gonna make it to 145. You talk about, I don't think I'm gonna, and I don't think I'm gonna, and why? Why you don't think you gonna? But I got this, and why? You'll be fine. You'll make it there if you want to. I'm gonna tell you what I told Kim. Okay, I hear you, but you talk about being too thin. Okay, I hear you, but guess what Kim is saying now? I just want to see healthy on the BMI. We all want to. We're vain. Like, what do you mean? Like, we're chasing aesthetics. We're chasing numbers. We're chasing BMI. We're chasing blood panels. We're chasing everything. We're chasing it all. Okay. We're chasing everything. Like, I don't know why the girls be, you know what I think it is? Hot take. I'm not trying to be messy. I promise. I'm just going to speak candidly as I always do. And I'm not talking about any particular content creator. Like, I don't have anybody in mind. This is just a general sentiment. Y'all be in other spaces and afraid to say how y'all really feel. Then y'all come over here and be kind of like sort of kind of saying what you want to say. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you saying that? Where did you get that from? Y'all be afraid to share your real feelings in other spaces. I'm just saying. Am I lying? If I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the chat and I'll shut up. I'll take it back. Kim says 5'8", original goal was 180. I'm gonna fall out of this goddamn Kim, Kim is another one that's so beautiful. Oh my God, all of you are so beautiful. But like the ones that I get to see on camera, you know, because they have channels and stuff, like, oh my God, y'all are so stunning. Kim talk about, my goal is 180. I just don't want to be too small. Now she's 16 pounds past that. I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Good for you, girl. Good for you, Kim. Proud of you, girl. Get it, Shani. That's exactly what I decided to do. I want to see it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't worry about being too thin. I lost over 112 pounds and kept my curves. I'm 5'4". Janae's scared. Right. Like, and I don't be in other spaces for real, for real. Like, I tap in and tap right back out. So I don't really engage too much. So it ain't me. It ain't me, bruh. It ain't me. But y'all be scared to speak up in other spaces. But yeah, so Linda, the girls be like, I'm afraid to lose my curves. If they're yours, you're not gonna lose them. Like, I'm learning now that I never realized how wide my hips are. Because they were always buried under fat. Like, I never realized how wide my actual bone structure is. So I'm not gonna lose no curves, but I do like the way I look now. I do like it. But we could just go just a bit further. We could go just a bit further. The other spaces are too judgy. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not telling nobody how to run their channel. I'm just saying, y'all be saying stuff to me that, like, I guess goes over people's heads in other spaces or like gets praised or something. I just be like, what are you afraid of? Like, if you want to keep losing weight, keep losing weight. You're not in danger of being underweight. You're not in danger. You're going to be okay. Like, there is not an epidemic of underweight people. All of the examples of underweight people are who? Celebrities or people with EDs, okay? Like, you are not in danger of being underweight. And if you are, okay, you know, we got love for you too. Go see your doctor and work that out. You could always gain some of the weight back. Now, I do understand Shani was talking about her fear of what the aftermath of losing weight is, right? Your face starts to sag, your skin starts to sag, and some of us don't have any plans to get anything done about that. So it's like, it's a little bit of a, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit of a battle. Like, do I want to keep losing and certain aesthetics start to droop and sag and flap? That's an individualistic thing. And everybody has to, you know, deal with that in their own way. So I understand that, but you know you want to keep losing. So we got your back, girl. I think that's true, V. I say exactly the weight I want and don't care who likes it or not. Yeah. I share mine, but it's not received. Okay, look. Hey, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why the space is so like uppity or hasidity about weight goals or scary. Maybe it's scary. Maybe people aren't being uppity. Maybe they're being scared, like afraid. I don't know. Or judgy. I don't know. I'm chasing the favorite clothes in my closet. I was gonna say that, Sydney, but I left it out. I was gonna say we're chasing clothes, like that's what we're doing. Oh, it's definitely not received well. Okay. Okay. That's so vain. I like it. Nothing like the gold clothing. Maybe it's like a community thing, but around me, people never cared much about having curves. It was always be skinny. If you manage to have curves while being skinny, that's an up. Haley, do you want to tell me your race or ethnicity? Because we talk about that over here. Like we talk about how in the Black community being curvier or more heavy set is praised, but like in the white community or communities, not so much. Like what would be considered overweight to the average white person or family would be considered like thick or even thin, honestly, in the Black community. And then like outside of that, I don't know what people be doing. I don't know, like Asian, Middle Eastern, Hispanic, like I don't know. I don't know. Y'all would have to tell me, but I'm just saying don't be afraid to talk about it. So y'all just got to let me know what demographic you're from and then let me know how your people do it, okay? That's true, reindeer, about the judgy channels. Linda's journey is gorgeous. She is a hottie. I have not seen Linda's journey. Does she have a channel? Now I gotta scroll back. Linda's journey. Does she have a chat? Let me go to the I gotta go to the chat to see if I can click on it. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's see. I have to go not here. Hold on. Sorry, let me stop sharing my screen. I want to see. I'm nosy. I want to see. All the girls are beautiful. Hold on. Sorry, let me stop sharing my I want to see. All the girls. I'm segueing the whole stream to go be nosy. I'm segueing the whole stream. Oh well. I guess I could have just searched it. I don't know why I did it the long way. Oh, Linda's journey is skinty. Are you on the GLP-1 too? I guess I should share, right? Instead of keeping it all to myself. How do I? What am I doing? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? God, I'm stupid. I'm having like a really slow moment right now. Hold on. Let me go to her channel. There we go. Linda's journey is skinty.
Welcome to Linda's journey. I'm just popping in to do a small little find that I found at Ollie's a few
Okay,
days
hold
ago.
on. Wait a minute. What's with the girls looking like borderline like we're going to our high school reunion? What's with the girls like I'm so cute, look at my legs and I'm skinty? like the girls are popping out like I'm cute and like okay, and like I've been this cute. Is it just me? Do you guys see it too? I didn't grow up in a certain racial community, but I'm in university and the crowd there is pretty young and the look is skinny. Oh, okay. Honestly think that not everyone is losing easily. We hit stalls, etc., and want to feel good about where we are in the journey. So it's kind of an echo chamber. She makes nice drinks. Ooh, okay. Miss Linda is our YouTube mama. She is indeed a hottie. Oh my God, did I just embarrass her? Like I've been embarrassing y'all. I should have put it on. I should have like asked her permission first, but I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. She is skinty and beautiful.
As I promised, it is finished. These are some of her beautiful plants right here.
70.
We have all kinds of plants in the sunroom.
Y'all are gonna stop lying to me about y'all ages. Like I don't understand why y'all feel like y'all can't just tell me the truth. You mean hold on. I wanna get a video where I can like see her so the camera's not moving so much. 70. Where?
July the 7th. And I'm coming back like I promised with another jar of
close your mouth, Bean.
And coconut water from Sam's Club.
Close your mouth, Bean. I'm sitting here like
version of flavoring the
close your mouth.
Pineapple like Twan. And
sorry, Journey.
After watching something on YouTube.
Oh my God, she's so beautiful. La la la. She's so beautiful. I didn't know she had a channel, but thank you for letting me know so I could go see. I love looking at you guys. You guys are so beautiful. We're just waiting for Jen and Journey of Life and Reindeer to all create channels. That's all we're waiting on. Nicole already did her part. Nicole took the plunge. Now the rest of the girls, the rest of the Vein Gang just gotta come on, hurry up. Oh my God, y'all making us wait for nothing. Like, hurry up, please. Reindeer, Journey, Jen, like, come on. What are you waiting for? Let's do this already. Sydney, let's go. Okay, so shout out to Linda's Journey. She is stunning. She is beautiful. I don't believe that she's 70. I feel like you're all lying to me. Okay, whatever. That's my stance. I'm not changing it. So I feel pretty good at 143 pounds, which honestly, I got a little emotional recently thinking about being in the 130s. This is the first time I'm feeling this way because I know I want to keep losing weight. And I'm like, I might cry when I get to like 138, 137. Like, not even 139. Like, when I get on one, I might cry. Is that too much? Am I doing too much? Is that too much? Y'all can let me know. And I'll be a thug about it. I will be a thug about it. If it's too much for me to cry when I get to 130 something, I will be a thug and I won't cry. I will be a gangster. But like, I might cry. I might cry. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that recently, like, damn, like 130 something. Like, I don't have a goal anymore, right? Once I get the additional pound off, that's it. Like, I don't have a scale goal anymore, even though I will still keep watching the scale to make sure I'm not bigging my back again. But like, I might cry real tears. Like, oh my God, it's been 2 years. I was watching an old video of mine where I was saying that my tracking app was projecting me meeting my goal in August. And I was like, I don't think it's going to take that long. It took that long. I was like, I think I'm going to be there in March. No, I didn't make it in March. I didn't. You are very close to 139. I know, but like, I could still wake up and be 140. So I got to wait till like, before I actually cry, I got to wait till like 138, 137 or something like that. It kind of feels surreal, honestly. For once, I can actually feel my body is lighter when I stand up, get out of bed. It's nice. I like being picked up. Spin me around. I like doing little people shit. I really do. I'm not ashamed of it. I like doing little people shit. Like, when I was in a pool in Miami, it was so nice to just be able to like float around like a feather. Like, it was nice. It was nice. It really was. I like doing little people shit. But I do still, y'all know what flutter kicks are when you lay on your back and you have to lift your legs up and my legs are still heavy. I still got a lot of thigh fat. And it's not like an aesthetically unpleasing thing. It's not that. It's like physically, like, my legs are still heavy. And like I said, I don't want my stomach sitting on my lap. I mean, there's finally a gap between the bottom part of my belly and the top of my thighs, but I can still grab on to 2 whole handfuls of belly all the way around. My back is the skintiest it has ever been. My back used to be my biggest insecurity. Believe it or not, Journey, let me say this while you're here. Let me say it while you're here. So with weight loss, my cellulite has improved, like the appearance of it has improved. My stretch marks have become more visible, but that is like the least of my concerns. Y'all know my biggest issue has been my hip dips, but it's not just the bone structure. It is like the lack of muscle in my glutes. Like, my butt has been like my biggest insecurity. I'm actually starting to like dig it. Like, I have finally accepted that the shape of my hips are not going to change. The fact that I have hip dips are not going to change. I could get a little bit of filler. But I'm not willing to do that if I don't have the muscle to support the rest of my glutes. I don't. Like, my butt cheeks still virtually hit the back of my knees. They do. I have at least 2 years of work to do on my glutes. I just do. They were neglected for so long that I have so much work to do. And I have just accepted that no matter how much work I do, I am going to have hip dips. So I've started to appreciate them. some. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Like you can see it even in this picture. You can see the very, not this one, god damn it. You can see whenever I find the picture again, the very top where my hips literally dip in. And it honestly doesn't bother me as much anymore. I'll tell you what I did to kind of like get over that a little bit, and I think it's something that people don't think about. Um, so let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Okay. You can see my hip dips. Maybe I should zoom in, get my big ass head off the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You can also see my dark inner thighs, but oh well, can't do nothing about that. Here, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but you can see where my hips dip in. That will never be filled in because there's no, I had to do a little bit of anatomy searching. It's just empty space. There's nothing there to enlarge. The most you could do is body fat, but I lost the body fat. Okay. So the next best thing is for me to build the muscle around it, to like try to improve to give like the illusion of rounder hips. In addition to that, I could add some filler. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know if I want to do that. But I don't know, like the more muscle I put on, the less the appearance of my hip dips actually bother me. The more I smooth out my glutes, like the cellulite is starting to fade. I can't say it's going away, but the appearance is starting to fade and reduce. I am seeing some muscle come in. And the smaller my waist gets, the less I feel problematic about hip dips. Like, I don't know. Like, everything else is going so well. It's like, am I really going to be upset about some hip dips? Vanity, your glutes hit the back of your thighs. Funny, they do. The bottom of my butt cheeks, I still have no muscle. I have a lot of volume in my butt, even though I lost nearly like 100 pounds. I still have, I guess it's natural. We'll see with an additional 10 pounds of weight loss. We'll see what happens. But I have a lot of volume in my butt, but I don't have the muscle. So yeah, the bottom of my butt cheeks still fall out of my pants, like my shorts. When I wear like boxer shorts, not boxer shorts. What do you call them? What do you call the lady shorts? The underwear shorts. Boy shorts? I think that's what they're called for women, boy shorts. Yeah, my butt cheeks still fall out of them because they have I need muscle to hold them up. I need muscle to hold them up. What's wrong with hip dips? They look fine to me. Nothing. Nothing is wrong with hip dips. But let me tell you what mistake I made, right? And I didn't even realize this was a mistake until recently. I think it's okay to look at somebody else's body and get inspiration, right? But you know what dawned on me recently with social media? I don't think we know what natural bodies look like anymore. But I'm definitely going to speak for myself. I have been inundated since I was like in my early 20s with online images of women with perfectly round butts, like perfectly round, no hip dips. I didn't even know what a hip dip was until like very recently. Like perfectly rounded hips and butts that sit up high. Um, a lot of that had to do with the BBL culture. I'm not gonna lie. And then a lot of it, I didn't know this until recently, is women that do fitness content but had work done and they don't admit that they had work done. So again, they have these perfectly rounded butts that really, so you start to think that's what is natural, and it's like it's not. So what I had to do was I had to start looking up like what women naturally look like. I had to look. I had to see because you don't see it on social media. And it's like, oh, like my body's not the problem. I look great. Like my butt is not the problem. Like like I have an average woman's butt. Like I'm like that's what a female's bottom looks like. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't see it from this picture. You can only see my hips, but that's what a female's hips look like. And so when you see a lot of women with the perfect Coke bottle, because you see how my shape kind of goes like that, and then it dips in at the hips. I always felt like that was supposed to be perfectly rounded, but it's registering to me that like naturally, not a lot of women have that area perfectly rounded. I do still think it's a nice aesthetic when it is rounded. But I'm also starting to appreciate just the way my body is naturally, because I mean, I've worked so hard to put on muscle that, the hip dip thing really ain't it really it don't bother me. It don't bother me no more. It don't bother me. Or I should say we're like I'm at a place where I'm kind of like it doesn't bother me as much as it used to, like barely at all. I like the hip dips, looks good to me. Now the thing about that is when I take pictures, not like this, where I look symmetrical, when I'm taking pictures in clothing, if you catch me at the wrong angle, I feel fucked up. If you catch me at the wrong angle, I feel, because it's like a gap because I don't have the muscle around it. So it's like a huge, it kind of looks concave. And I figured out that the only way around that is for me to build the muscle around it. Like glutes are important. You still need strong glutes. That's why I suffer from lower back pain and hip pain, because my glutes are so weak, but they're still heavy and they're pulling down on like my back and hips. So if I can build the muscle, I'll probably resolve a lot of my lower back and hip pain. Um, but the actual aesthetic is not bothering no more. It does look a little strange if you catch me at the wrong angle in the picture. But other than that, I'm kind of over it. Um, I feel like once you're at goal and give yourself a good 2 years of lifting, it's gonna work itself out. I feel that way too, Journey. I feel that way too. The hip dips are for holding on to, girl. That's the thing. Don't nobody care about no hip dips. Like you, like the individual themselves cares about it, but the outside world don't give a shit. The outside world don't give a shit. Like the BBL generation, yeah. I'm glad. I missed the BBL culture. I just escaped it. Because I wanted a BBL, but I wasn't willing to be a fat girl under the knife. Is that offensive? Thank you for the jewels, Randy. Thank you, girl. Some of the BBLs are just atrocious. Anyone seen the singer Summer Walker? Her BBLs was just wrong on her little frame. Yeah, man. I'll never understand why so many women decided that the Jessica Rabbit figure was something to attain. I will admit, like as I was coming into my teenage years, like from 2010 onward, so, roughly 15, 16 years. Um, I thought that BBL aesthetic was like ideal. And even if it's not the BBL, some women have like smaller BBLs, like proportional BBLs, and it really looks like they just worked out in the gym. Like their work looks really effing good. Like they got the lipo and they got the BBL, but they didn't do the outrageous 2010, 2015 BBL. They started doing more like, filling out the hips and getting rounded butts. And it looks good. It looks like they be hitting the gym, especially if they throw on some Lululemon. But I just had to, like, I don't know, that shit, a lot of it isn't natural. Like if you were naturally rounded that way, then beautiful. But I'm not, to be honest, you know what I feel about my hip disc? I feel like it separates me from the BBL girls, or from the girls that got, and I'm not anti-work. Listen, I'm here for the work. But when I put the work into my butt, nobody's gonna have to question whether or not it's natural, because my hips will prove it. You know what I mean? What is BBL for? Brazilian butt lift? You don't know what a BBL is, John John? Are we about to expose John John to BBLs? John John, are you like married or something? Am I gonna get in trouble for exposing you to BBLs? I hope not. Don't do anything weird, John John. If you're married or seeing someone, don't start like going down a BBL rabbit hole after I expose you to BBLs, okay? Because I don't want to get in. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get your relationship in trouble. But let me show you. Let me show you. Or maybe you know what it is, but you just didn't know what it stood for. Like maybe you know what the aesthetic is. Yeah, Summer Walker came up first. Like I'm not trying to do this to her. Summer Walker didn't do nothing to me. But since Sydney mentioned it,
Look at you, so cute. She's
and then her friend lying to her. If your friends lie to you like this, they're not your friends. They want you outside looking messed up. They want you outside looking messed up. I would not do y'all like this. I would not do y'all like this. Now, I would have to find a different way to tell the truth, but I wouldn't do this like, oh my God, you look so cute. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Daddy.
Say it's now or never, we can't wait no longer.
I mean, and I like Cardi. Like, I think Cardi's beautiful. She's beautiful post work. But I mean, I don't know. You see what I mean? This is exactly what I'm talking about. These girls right here. I don't think her BBL looks outrageous. I really don't. I think hers actually looks nice. But if I saw her in the gym, not that you shouldn't work out if you have a BBL, but if I saw her in the gym deadlifting, I would think her butt came from deadlifting. I would have thought her butt came from deadlifting. Like the girl, hers looks good. Like I don't well, okay, I don't know what happened there, but I think that looks good. I think that looks good. It's a little perky. It's a little, but again, the perfectly rounded shape, I didn't know that shit wasn't natural, cuz you got to remember, like, I don't know what my body looks like because I've been obese my entire adulthood. So, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to look like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I fell for it. I fell for it.
Okay, so it's now been 10 days since.
I fell for it. I ain't gonna lie.
And they give you things like.
There's a phenomenon in the gay.
All right, BBL or not, Hannah Pearson. A lot of people have been asking for me to do Hannah, so here you go. We've got Instagram here. Scroll down, it's all about glutes with Hannah. All of her posts, everything does well. It's all about her glutes. She obviously has world-class glutes and they look absolutely incredible. And it's easy to doubt that they are natural by looking at them side on and just thinking, how's it even possible? She has a small waist and large glutes. I don't know about anything else, but when it comes to her hips and her glutes and her waistline, 100% natural. And this is the reason why.
I don't believe you.
Okay, this is my personal opinion on oh my god. This is my personal opinion on BBLs since the trend of BBLs is dying. Thank fucking God. Like, honestly, I've been waiting for this shit to die for a long time. But my opinion is if you're skinny, you shouldn't be getting a BBL. And this is coming from, I'm a slim girl myself. I'm a skinny queen myself. If you're a skinny girl, don't get a BBL.
Danger here.
I want to talk a little bit about
Yikes.
If BBL.
You see what I mean? Like, look at the, hold on. Look, I'm over here thinking something wrong with me because my butt look like the picture on the left when I'm laying down. Like, listen, I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem. John asked, what's the purpose of it? To give the aesthetic of a perfectly round butt. Perfectly round. I mean, people like cosmetics. It's to improve the appearance of your butt. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with it. People just took it way too far. People just took it way too far. Hey, Michelle. Tamika. Okay, so let me find a video for y'all someone's beeping at me. Let me find a video for y'all real quick because I'm gonna go take a potty break. And then we'll get into people crying over Retta because y'all need to stop. Like seriously, like please. Oh, how nice. There's a video on why no one's eating McDonald's anymore. I guess we need to they need to come to my chat because all y'all was talking about eating McDonald's yesterday and I was just very confused. But whatever. Let me let y'all watch this video while I go to the bathroom.
McDonald's is one of the best economic indicators out there because this is something that traditionally everyone participated in and could afford for the most part. But that is no longer the case, and it is a great gauge of what's really going on in our economy despite all the headline inflation, income, and unemployment data, all the nonsense that we like to get shoved down our throats. We just got McDonald's most recent sales report for the second quarter of 2026, and it's not looking too hot, guys. Their revenue actually went up 4% to $7.1 billion, which was above Wall Street's expectations. So you would think this would be a positive for McDonald's, But the number that really matters is US comparable sales, which went up only 0.8% during this quarter. And that's well below the expectations and down 2.5% from the same quarter last year. So over a long-term view, things are not going well for McDonald's. And think about this. Over the past few years, McDonald's has introduced numerous different gimmicks to get people back into their restaurants and eating their food. And a lot of these gimmicks end up working temporarily and give them this short-term boost, but all of them have failed to give the long-term recovery that McDonald's has been looking for. I mean, just look at their stock price right now, guys. McDonald's is down about 10% from a year ago, and they are roughly just treading water from where they were 2 years ago. And what this all comes down to is fewer people are walking through the door. McDonald's has been in a lot of hot water recently about...
Okay. So I deleted the next stream. We're just going to roll into that after I cover Retta. I'm not going to stop and restart because I want to make sure I have time to go to the gym. So let me pick up the pace a little bit. But yeah, we're just talking about how Tamika, we're talking about how I don't have any plans for maintenance because I'm not done losing weight yet. When I'm done losing weight, then we will talk about maintenance. As for right now, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, and all of that. All right, so let's get into Retta real quick. Why are the people crying over Retta? Is anybody in this chat looking forward to Retta? Like you're going to get a prescription for Retta? Is anybody upset that Retta will not be compounded? Because the stuff that... Let me just show y'all. Let me show y'all Dr. Spencer's video that I shared because I thought he nailed it. Like he has a way of winning me over. I saw this and I was like, people need a reality check. Not that it's gonna matter or make a difference. We got good news and bad news. But people need a reality check. Let me just share this with y'all. It's a 2-minute, nearly a 3-minute video. Let me just share this with y'all.
All right, guys, we got good news and bad news. Actually, terrible news when it comes to Retta today. Eli Lilly told us that Retta will be out first quarter of next year, most likely, which is phenomenal news.
Is he
but
talking
you probably
fast
won't
or
ever
my
get it.
thing's
Eli
better?
Lilly trying to get it approved as a biologic.
Fast.
As a biologic, it has over a 20-year patent, so there's no generics on it. Secondly, when it's a biologic, it becomes illegal to compound. We will never have compounded Retta if it's approved as a biologic. Also, since it's being a biologic, this is going to cost thousands of dollars a month. We're not talking about the $1,600 when Manjaro first came out or Ozempic first came out, and of course now the price has gone down. We are talking about a medicine that could be $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000 a month. What this means is you're not going to get compound. They're probably going to attack gray market, but that's a whole other conversation. But the chances of your insurance, who doesn't want to pay for GLP-1 in general, actually paying for Retta is probably going to be near impossible. The cost is going to be so great that if it does cover it, you're going to see a huge increase in premiums. But I think that they'll make you try Ozempic, they'll make you try Zepbound. They'll probably make you work with a dietitian, or you can work with us, obviously, and get your dream physique. But you're going to be in a bind even getting it, in my opinion. If you can get it, I don't know what the price is going to be, if your insurance is only going to cover a little bit of it or a negotiated rate or what. But the biologic status is horrible news for us since we can't get compounded Retta because of it. But we will get it approved early next year, but we will not get compounds, and I'm sure there's going to be pressure on gray markets to get it shut down. So good news and terrible news.
So the good news is that Retta will be approved in 2027, whether it's the first, the second, or third quarter, I'm not really sure. Now what people are saying is the bad news is that they're trying to make it a biologic, and of course they're trying to do this. Eli Lilly wants to protect their intellectual property. People get really mad about this, but Eli Lilly is the one who discovered it and did all the research behind this amazing drug. So no, if they get it a biologic, it won't be compounded. I do think though, however, the people that are getting it on the gray market will continue to be able to get it on the gray market and nothing's going to stop them unless they really crack down on that. And no, I don't think it should be compounded. Eli Lilly is the one that put in all the effort. And no, I don't make any money right now from Eli Lilly, so all the big pharma haters out there can shove it. In fact, I'd make way more money if I opened up a little compounding clinic and sold it to you, which I don't do. Yes, the way that I think that Retta should be used once it is approved is that you should have to do either semaglutide or tirzepatide and not respond to it, and then you go to Retta. The reason is for monetary or cost purposes. We don't want to use the big gun when we have smaller guns that work quite well. People have this idea that they should just go right to Retta. Why not use the drugs that we already know are effective and have a ton of data behind them and see if people respond? respond first before jumping to something like Retta. All the cardiovascular data that we have is in semaglutide and soon to be tirzepatide, and we have to wait a few more years for the Retta data to come out. Retta is amazing. I'm very excited for it to come out. I have a lot of patients that I'm going to use it on. I don't blame Eli Lilly for making a biologic. I understand why people are upset because they want to get it cheaper. However, I think if you're already getting it from the gray market, I don't think that's going to stop. I'm not going to recommend that route, but people are still going to do it.
Good news and bad news.
Oh my God. Why am I laughing? I don't know. Some about the like he no, I don't recommend gray, but people are gonna do it anyway. Exactly. Like here's your opportunity to give me your opinion on this. If you want to come up and talk to me, you can click the link in the landscape stream. I don't understand why people are so flustered or frustrated or upset about this. Like, I'm gonna play it again and give my commentary, but let me go through your comments first. If I wasn't at goal and I had lots of weight to lose, I'd definitely take Retta. No, not interested in taking Retta. Don't need it. It's going to be a biologic, so it won't be accessible for the majority. I'm not changing my GLP-1 for anything else. Why stop something that is working for me? I don't know who Bell Health is, but they're gonna have Retta. And is it gray? Sweet tea, I wouldn't care. I'd buy it. And y'all scared HM Doc away, so no, he's not here. I agree with literally everything he said. I agree with everything he said. I'm gonna go back through and give my commentary. So if you're on compound, please don't get upset with me. If you do, listen, now's your chance to push back. Retta works great. I used it to get my last 25 pounds off, but now I'm quickly decreasing in half because can't stop losing. You got it. You got gray market Retta. Is that what you're talking about? Nurse Michelle. All right. So let me just give a disclaimer that I know shit about Retta. Why? Because I don't care. Like, but it does come up because people make such a fuss over Retta. Like, people make such a fuss over it. And I thought that Dr. Spencer nailed this explanation. Nailed it. Okay. All right, I got you, Nurse Michelle. All right. So I thought he nailed this. Like, I couldn't have said it better myself. In fact, some of the things that he said, I have been saying since Zepbound got taken off the shortage list, okay, which was roughly 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. So let's go back to the beginning and break this down. We're gonna be breaking down the breakdown of the breakdown. Let's do this because this shit is comical to me. Like the stream if you haven't already, please like the stream. And if you're new watching, don't be shy, leave us a comment.
Actually, terrible news when it. All right, guys, we got good news and bad news. Actually, terrible news when it comes to Reddit today. Eli Lilly told us that.
Dramatic. What do you mean terrible news? Like, we already have Mounjaro and Zepbound. I mean, we have Ozempic too and Wegovy, but I haven't tried those. I've tried tirzepatide. We already have tirzepatide. Why are people beasting over Retta? Like, I get that Retta is more powerful, but like, there's already so many people on Terz, brand and compounded. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people that don't need Retta. Like, you're already doing fine on Zepbound. And then for the people that never had access to Zepbound, what makes you think they were getting access to Retta? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. And y'all are, dare I say y'all be patient with me? Y'all are probably not. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Because I'm gonna be very, very frank. But I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying personally. This is my opinion. Listen, if it don't apply, let it fly. And if I strike a nerve, feel free to push back. But listen, I'm gonna push harder, okay? Because you got to make it make sense to me. Like, for example, Sweet Tea says, I mean, but Terz and Summer ain't working for everyone. Let me cook, Sweet Tea. I'm just starting to get it out. Let me cook. Because saying that Terz and Summer ain't working for everybody is a deflection. Nothing works for everyone. Nothing works for everyone, yet everyone feels entitled to everything. Stop me when I'm lying, guys. All of you. Stop me when I'm lying. I'm gonna be a little animated, but I got to because I'm sleepy. I'm gonna be a little animated, partially because I think this is hilarious. But like, okay, Zepbound and TERS and Sema don't work for everybody. Nothing works for everyone, so that's we could get that point out of here. I feel like people are panicking over Retta. A lot of people are panicking over Retta that never even tried Zepbound and TERS and Sema, Zepbound and Wegovy. A lot of people never even tried it and are panicking over Retta. A lot of people are on compound. This is the group that really is like problematic when it comes to this. There's a lot of people on compounded Sema and TERS that are annoyed that they're not going to have access to Retta, right? And I get why that could seem unfair to some people, but I think a lot of the compound people forget that we only have compounded TERS and Sema mass produced because there was a mass shortage. And when they were filling in the gap, they never stopped once the shortage stopped. I'm not getting into, oh, they should have, oh, they shouldn't have, oh, people need access, oh, but affordability. I'm not getting into none of that shit. I'm just explaining what it is. We only had access to compounded TERS and Sema on the scale that we did and do because these telehealth companies took advantage of a shortage. Now, that's Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk's dumbass fault that they let the medications go in shortage like that. That's their dumbass fault. I'm glad I got to benefit from compound when I did. And I'm glad that people still get to benefit from compound. But compound, like on a mass scale through every telehealth company, is not an entitlement. It's not. It's a loophole that was taken advantage of, and now the regulators can't fucking close it. So, with the next release of GLP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they're gonna make sure they get their money's worth. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it is what it is. I don't think we need to really cry about it. I don't really think we need to cry about it. I saw another comment. Tamika said, where's Tamika's comment? Tamika said it's going to be a biologic. Allegedly, like that's the idea. We don't know yet. It hasn't been announced yet. So it won't be accessible for the majority. The majority of who? I don't need Retta. I don't think any of you in the chat need Retta. So the majority of who? Who is the majority? Who is the majority? The majority of people weren't gonna have access anyway. Let's say Retta came out, right? Zepbound is already expensive. The majority of people don't have access to Zepbound. Ozempic is expensive. The majority of people don't have access to Ozempic and Manjaro. Ozempic, Manjaro, Wegovy, the ones that we're already used to, majority of people don't have access to those. Why would a medication that's better than those suddenly be accessible to the majority? That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't even make sense a little bit. That wouldn't make sense. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Nope. Nope. That wouldn't make sense. So it was never going to be accessible, whether they made it a biologic or not. It was never going to be accessible for the majority of people. That was never going to happen. Because if that was the case, they would have just lowered the price of Zepbound low enough for the majority. They would have just done that. I'm not even saying they won't do that in the future, but they could have just done that. They didn't do that. So it was never going to be accessible for the majority of people. And I think that once they saw their mistake with I'm not going to speak for Novo Nordisk, but once Eli Lilly saw their mistake with the shortages and these compounding companies came in and got their coin, and now they cannot get all, well, I can't say can't. I don't know. I don't get into the politics of it, but it seems unrealistic to get all of these people off a compound. So they just gonna let y'all have it. Not y'all, like the patients, but I'm saying the telehealth companies. They're just gonna let the telehealth companies have it. Yeah, they're fighting it out in court, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get everyone off of compound. So it's probably better to just be like, okay, y'all got that one, but you won't get this one. Like, not you won't get access to it, but compounding, there will be no shortage of Retta. There will be no shortage. There will be no shortage. If Eli Lilly lets Retta go into shortage, they are dumb. They are dumb. they are dumb. Like if they could have foreseen what was gonna happen with letting Manjaro and Zepbound go into shortage, they would have never let it go into shortage. Same thing with Novo Nordisk, Ozempic, Wegovy. In fact, Zepbound and Wegovy were never in shortage. Ozempic and Manjaro were. The other two for obesity came later. By the time those came out, there was no shortage. There was no shortage. But as far as Manjaro and Ozempic, that's their dumbass fault that they let them things go into the medications go into shortage. So to say that it's terrible news that Retta is gonna be a biologic, it's bad news. Terrible news, the worst news. If you couldn't afford Zepbound, I don't think I expected you to be able to afford Retta. Like, if you're already on Zepbound, then I'm assuming you're gonna stay on Zepbound. What do you need Retta for? If Zepbound didn't work for you and you could afford it, and you want to get access to Retta, then that's a different story. But that's like that's not the majority of people. That's not I wouldn't consider that the majority by a long stretch. Drugs need to be in shortage to be compounded first. Exactly. I think that when people get on compound, they don't know why they're allowed to get compound. Like they're only allowed to get these two medications compounded because the telehealth companies took advantage of the shortage. Like, hey, I'm not hating because I got on compound. So like if if they was able to do it, they was able to do it. I'm not hating. And now they can't close the loophole, so it is what it is. But they're not gonna allow another medication into that loophole. No way. Retta BMI requirements are starting at 40, and folks are at goals on here saying we can't wait for Retta. This is why I think it's funny. This is why I'm not upset. This is why I'm not frustrated. I'm not thinking about Retta. Like, I'm not. I'm not. Like he said, we're gonna go through it again. I'm ranting and raving, but the gray people are gonna keep getting gray. The insurance people for Manjaro and Ozempic are gonna keep doing what they're doing. Okay. The compound people don't know why they're crying because you're lucky you got compound. Like, I don't know why you're crying about Retta when you're lucky you got compound. And if you couldn't afford compound, why are you crying about Retta when you couldn't afford compound in the first place? Like, if anything, we need to talk about like something different for that group of people. Medicare, Medicaid got access to Zepbound, Manjaro. If Retta's not included in that, oh well. So who are we really upset about? Like which group of people really needs to be upset about this? Like, which group of people really needs to be upset about this? Look, I'm on compound TERS, so in my opinion, I take Retta from the same company I'm getting TERS from. Honestly, Retta sounds great to me. I just don't need to lose more weight and haven't passed. It's not about whether or not Retta sounds good. Retta sounds good to everyone. Retta it seems to be a phenomenal medication. It's not a question of whether or not it's good. It's a question of why do people think that they're supposed to get it compounded? Like, I understand what you're saying, Journey. Like, if Retta went into shortage because Eli Lilly ended up being stupid as fuck, so compounded Retta was legally available in mass, I mean, why shouldn't people take it? I think that that's, I think that makes perfect sense. But because Retta is not going to be in shortage, I highly doubt it would be in shortage. Why are people upset that they can't get it compounded? You're only supposed to get medications compounded that are in shortage. Not only, but like, special circumstances or special needs and stuff like that. But in mass, I'm talking about, people are really upset, like, oh my god, they're not gonna get Retta's not gonna be compounded. Every medication that comes out is not compounded for the masses. Like, there's a little bit of entitlement that's happening here with the compound, and I think people need to chill out and thank their lucky stars that compounded TERS and Sema is still around. Like, let's just, people need to be, you know, thanking their lucky stars, I would be happy if I could get insurance to cover Zep. Happy to have compound available to continue my self-pay journey, trying to get the most out of TERS because health system isn't for the consumer. I hear you. I'm on a program with give me care and it's $100 a month and it's working, I'm not going away. Okay. Their loss is my gain, or should I say loss? They make billions and still winning. They make that mistake and Novo fell asleep in Canada and got their patent taken away. So hire smarter peeps. Yeah, if they gonna be dumb, they gonna be dumb. Like I'm not crying. Listen, just like I'm not crying for the compounded people that want compounded Retta, I'm not crying if Eli Lilly is dumb enough to like let this happen again, like they did with TERS. Like, if they dumb enough to allow these telehealth companies to take advantage again, I'm not crying for Eli Lilly. But I'm also not crying for the compounding companies that already got away with compounded TERS and Sema, and now they want to be extra greedy. All I'm trying to point out is that compounding every medication that comes out of the GLP variety, GLP, GIP, glucagon this, glucagon that, every medication that releases is not entitled to mass production of compound. And for some people think they're being cheated because Retta is not going to be compounded for everyone. Be glad we still have TERS and Sema. Like, I don't know. E- Example that of a person that y'all know and she's in maintenance. Every day she states, I can't wait for Retta because I'm getting on. You said she's in maintenance. What is she getting on? Not every drug is compounded. Hey, Kemi. And not every drug needs to be available to be compounded. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why is this such a big deal? Like, okay, like I don't know. It would be great if they would make a lower dose of Retta available to help increase a dieter's metabolism and for maintenance, because it really does allow you to eat more, yet you are still burning weight. I mean, a lower dose of Zepbound does that for me personally. Like, not I don't even have to be on a lower dose of Zepbound. Like, I think we put too many people in the same category, because I understand what you're saying, Nurse Michelle, but like I think we put too many people under the same umbrella and assume that the pharmaceutical company should just accommodate every single person's needs. Like, I think to be fair, we should acknowledge that Eli Lilly did a wonderful thing with Tirzepatide. Novo Nordisk did okay with semaglutide, but Eli Lilly did their big one with Tirzepatide. They did. Well, I mean, now that we have Retta, I guess Retta is them doing their big one. But I'm very, very grateful for TERS, even though I don't like the price. I'm very grateful for TERS, and to be honest with you, I don't even care that these regulators are having a hard time getting these telehealth companies to stop compounding. Listen, y'all figure that out. I ain't got shit to do with me. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care. But like, everything is not. We live in America, okay? So if it's not on a pharmacy shelf, like Walgreens shelf, just to pick up and go, everything is not available for everyone, okay? Should we do better as a country? Sure. Call your regulators, but or your representatives, right? But talking about things as they are, getting on the internet crying because Retta won't be compounded, supposedly, is like, okay, but so what if it's not, though? Like, if you want it that bad, you know what you could do. There's a third market. It's not black market, it's not illegal, but there's a third market. It's not compound, it's not brand. There's a middle ground there for those that want it. I'm not judging. I ain't taking it. I'm already skinny. Like, I got another 10 pounds left till I'm skinny. But I'm just like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I think the amount of people, like, to be honest with you, I think even Eli Lilly, like, who is Retta marketed for? Is it marketed for the obese? Because I think Eli Lilly is missing an entire market of fitness junkies that want access to Retta. So, like, how many people are in the country with a 40 plus BMI? I guess, I mean, there's a lot, but if Retta is as good as they say it is, like, do you really want do you really want to limit your pool of people that can get the medication by making it a biologic? They feel so. Okay, make it a biologic. But like, if the idea is to squeeze every penny out, I would just, like, if I was those people, I would just go. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I guess I'm trying to point out, like, there seems to be this sense of entitlement to Retta when nobody's entitled to Retta. Like, nobody's entitled to Zepbound. Nobody's entitled to anything. Like, we make decisions based on what fucking big pharma hands us. You either do it or you don't. You either do it or you don't. I get very passionate about this topic. LOL, pharma companies learned a huge lesson from what happened with TERS and SEMA, and I promise you they will not make that mistake again. If they did, they would be stupid. And it's like, people are not considering, like, people want to, big pharma, and it's like, big pharma gave us TERS. Like, slow down. We may not be happy with the pricing, okay? Like, all right, Eli Lilly did not have to release the vials at $500, now $450. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to give us the quick pen where you can adjust your dose, like in split dose. They didn't have to do that. They could have left us with the original $1,200, $1,300 Zepbound pens, and most of us would be stuck on compound or priced out. Okay, so like, let's just calm down, everybody. Let's just calm down and learn to be a little, because these things are optional. Like, this obesity treatment is not an entitlement. It's an option, it's a pathway. But there are plenty of people that come to my channel that are not taking this path, and they're not bitching about it. They're not crying. Okay? So if Zepbound doesn't work for you, that's unfortunate. Try semaglutide. If that doesn't work for you, that's unfortunate. Try what's the other GLP? Some with a T, I think. I forget. I don't know. Try something. And fucking metformin. I don't know. I'm not giving medical advice, but like, there are different paths for different people. Everybody's not on Zepbound. Everybody's not on Sema. Everybody's not going to be on Retta. We need to stop acting like Retta is the last pathway to weight loss and the last pathway out of obesity. It is not. It's not the only one. It is not the last one. They're going to come out with something after Retta. There will be a generic eventually. Okay, like, Retta is not the last answer. People need to chill. Hey, Blake. Blake says, I've been paying for Zep out of pocket the entire time, also living in LA, where there have been drug strings of people selling bootleg Retta and TERS. Be careful. That's dangerous. It's for the morbidly obese. Right. But like, how many of what percentage of the country is morbidly obese is what I'm trying to figure out. Also, hot take that people don't want to talk about. There's a lot of people who shouldn't be self-administering meds, especially compounded meds. We're not entitled to these meds. I don't want to just drop from almost 8 milligrams to 0, but cut in half last week, and this week another half, and then 0. So she's weaning herself off. Nurse Michelle is weaning herself off of the gray. Is the answer. Which, I mean, I would think that applies to any medication that you're on for an extended amount of time, that you don't want to just quit cold turkey. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that's what it sounds like she's doing. And guess what? Those that can afford it will still have access. Simple. Like, I get it, right? We want to make everything up. Listen. It's like the thing with the food. We want to make everything about how do I want to put this? I understand that I have a privilege to be able to afford $450 a month for Zepbound. Yes? Okay. Those that have insurance coverage and only pay $25 a month, or get it completely free, or get it through Medicaid or Medicare, that's a privilege too. We want to make everything about, like, everybody has to have every single thing. Is Big Pharma trifling in a lot of ways with their pricing structures? Sure. But can we just be honest about the fact that we need them to keep making these medications? Like, would I rather have a life without Zepbound? No, I wouldn't. Let me shut up. Let me shut up and complete. Like, let me just keep playing.
Retta will be out first quarter of next year, most likely, which is phenomenal news. But you probably won't ever get it. Eli Lilly's trying to get it approved as a biologic. As a biologic, it has over a 20-year patent, so there's no generics on it. Secondly,
if approved as a biologic, illegal to compound, pressure on gray market, cost thousands of dollars, no generic for decades. Even if they didn't come out with a biologic, you wouldn't be able to compound it. But since these telehealth companies don't want to listen, they might try to do it anyway. So it's in Eli Lilly's best interest to get it approved as a biologic. Like, I understand that seems unfair to everybody else, but you can't have it both ways. You can't cheerlead for compounded tirzepatide and sema and then think that you're supposed to have easy, like the same access to Retta. No, if anything, they're going to restrict the access. Listen, is it fair? I guess not, but like people put up such a fight and such a fuss for compounded TERS after the shortage was over. I get it, because we wanted to be able to afford the medication. I understand. I'm not even arguing about that. But we cannot expect them to make the same mistake with Retta. Like, and if these compounding pharmacies, journey of life, I don't know who Bell Health is, but if these compounding pharmacies find themselves trying to mass produce Retta, I find it hard to believe that Eli Lilly does not have something up their sleeve for that. I find it very hard to believe that they don't have something up their sleeve for that. But let's just get all that out the way and make it a biologic. Matter of fact, you can't compound it. You can't. You can't. So, you know, like, I don't know. The paperwork has been filed with the FDA to make it for it to be a biologic. Until the FDA says it is approved, I don't care what anybody talking about. Like, people just gonna keep saying it's gonna. Okay, all right, well, let's let it happen. And then, like, what? We still gonna do what we was doing the day before. Like, the people that didn't have access to Zepbound aren't gonna have access to Retta. The people that didn't have access to Compound aren't gonna have access to Retta. The people that have access to Zepbound are gonna continue to have access to Zepbound. The people that have access to compounded TERS are gonna continue to have access to compounded TERS, and it's just gonna be shit out of luck for compounded Retta. We're not in a better or worse place. Does that make sense? We're not in a better or worse place. We're not. Like, everybody's still in the same position. Whether you couldn't afford Compound and you went to Gray, or you couldn't afford Brand and you went to Compound, or like you didn't want to be on a GLP or GIP altogether, or whether you had insurance coverage for Zepbound, like, and if Zepbound and Sema didn't work for you, you're still in a position where Zepbound and Sema didn't work for you. Everybody is still in the same position. So when I ask, like, who is the target demographic for Retta, we're saying BMI of 40 and over. Okay, like, but how, like, okay, like, so those are the people that will get access to it. If your BMI is not 40 and over, why not go to Zepbound? And we say that it doesn't work for everybody, but we just say that, right? Like, are these people actually trying it and it didn't work? Or we're just saying that because, like, you know, that's just what it is. Oh, well, no, it doesn't work for everybody. Yeah, we know that, but like, are they trying it and it's not working? I don't know. But even if you can't get access to Retta and you have a 40 plus BMI, you're in the same position that you were before Retta came out, though. Nobody, like, who's in a worse position from this? This is what I'm trying to understand. Like, who is in a worse position? But maybe I'm missing it. Y'all can let me know. I'm here to listen. Let's continue.
When it's a biologic, it becomes illegal to compound. We will never have compounded Retta if it's approved as a biologic.
You're not supposed to have compounded Retta. Like, what is he talking about? You're not supposed to have compounded Retta. Oh my god.
Also, since it's being a biologic, this is going to cost thousands of dollars a month. We're not talking about the $1,600 when Manjaro first came out or Ozempic first came out, and of course now the price has gone down. We are talking about a medicine that could be $2,500, $3,000, $3,500, $4,000.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. If you want Retta, that's unfortunate. Like, that sucks. Just like $1,300 Zepbound suck. You know what Eli Lilly did that they didn't have to do? They gave us $500 Zepbound. They didn't have to do that. Like, they didn't have to do that. $1,300 Zepbound sucked too. A lot of us wouldn't have had access to brand. They already on Zep and well, I think you meant Turs and Sema and still want Retta, or Zep and compound Turs. A tough market for almost everything, but gotta love the weather. We pay for it for sure. Hey JG. Bell Health, very own Dr. Pat Taylor, whoever came on live with Brittany Rose channel, she's an affiliate. They will have Retta compounded, and it's been confirmed. Confirmed by who? Let me go look. Because let me tell you something about Brittany Rose. Let me shut up. Nope, I'm not gonna tell you something about Brittany Rose. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. She has a Q&A on it. I found it. It's about an hour and 40 minutes. We're not going to watch that right now. I'll have to go over it. So I'll either watch it and then give you my guys my feedback on it, or I'll watch it live. But let's not be so quick to jump on everything a YouTuber has to say. I'll say that much. Including me as a YouTuber. Let's not be so quick, especially an affiliate. Let's not be so quick to jump on everything that a YouTuber has to say, especially if they are affiliated with the company that they're speaking for. There are a lot of people who have tried Sema and Zep and it hasn't worked to get them to goal. Not a worse position, but Retta gave a little hope, I think, for some. Are you talking about compound, sweetie? Compounded Retta and Sema? Because I've said this before, so I'm not picking on you, sweetie. I've said this on my channel before. I don't believe in saying Retta or not Retta, Sema or Turs didn't work for somebody that did not try brand. I understand not everybody can afford brand or can get into insurance. I understand that. I'm not arguing about that. But when you say a lot of people have tried Sema and Zep, are you talking about compounded Sema and Turs, or are you talking about brand? Just so I'm clear. Just so I'm clear, because the people that tried compound and say it didn't work for them, I don't argue. I just don't include that in my calculations of tirzepatide and semaglutide not working for somebody. I don't include compound in that. Again, I've said this a year ago when I switched to brand. I don't believe the people that say compounded Turs and brand work exactly the same. If if a person has tried both and they didn't notice a difference, I'm not going to argue with them. But if a person only tries compound and says Turs didn't work for me, you didn't try brand, so not you, but like anybody, like if you didn't try brand, I don't really know what to say about you saying it didn't work for you. Yeah, and the company reached out to me, said they would have compounded Retta too. Yeah, flunkies. No, let me stop. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I love you, sweetie. I promise none of this is personal to any of you. But companies reach out to me too. They reach out to everybody. They reach out to all of the content creators. There's nothing wrong with being an affiliate. Unless your opinion that you are giving to your audience is based on your affiliation. Okay? That's how I feel. Nothing wrong with being an affiliate. But I think sometimes people aren't questioning the affiliation. Like, people aren't asking questions because they're only hearing what they want to hear or seeing what they want to see. That's all I'm gonna say. So if y'all are being reached out to, like, hey, we're gonna have compounded Retta, they're looking for flunkies. They're looking for people to support them on their journey to distribute compounded or gray market Retta to the masses. I'm not hating. I don't care. Just lose the weight. Do what you gotta do. I'm not hating. But like, I really think compounded turds and summer has like just made everybody feel like this is just completely normal. It's not. It's not completely normal for this to just be the norm for telehealth companies to just be reaching out to every fucking YouTuber that they come across. Like, hey, we got compounded this. Hey, we got compounded that. Hey, we got compounded this. Hey, compound. It's like, enough. Like, mm, mm, enough. In my opinion. Y'all do what y'all want to do, but in my opinion, it's like, telehealth will be getting it from the gray market. These compounders are going to get it on the market for sure. Baby, if they will have it, it's gray market Retta. It's not pharma grade API raws that are being used. I'm good, JG. How are you? Eli Lilly is going to be geared up to chase down any U.S. company that attempts to advertise, sell Retta compounded. The doctor that works there said it, not her, but she said it on her channel. You said she's affiliated with the company, right? Brittany's affiliated? So if I bring a doctor on here and I'm affiliated with the company and the doctor says, yeah, we're gonna have X, Y, and Z to my audience, you don't think that me and that doctor are on the same page? Okay. How much are people willing to pay for quote unquote compounded Retta? On the pen is losing now, reindeer. He's dosing differently. Okay. OTP is stacking seriously and on T. Hard to compare his results to any woman on a different culture. Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Dollars a month. What this means is you're not going to get compound. They're probably going to attack gray market, but that's a whole other conversation. But the chances of your insurance, who doesn't want to pay for GLP-1 in general, actually paying for Retta is probably going to be near impossible. The cost.
Why would they attack gray market? People been getting gray market Retta. They're gonna continue to get gray market Retta. You can get gray market Retta right now if you want it. People only like the compound talking point for Retta because compound feels a little safer than gray market. Compound feels a little or a lot, whichever. Compound feels a lot safer than gray market. So it's like, oh my God, we're not gonna get it compounded. You can get it on the gray market if you want to. I'm not suggesting it, but they could do, you know?
Cost is going to be so great that if it does cover it, you're going to see a huge increase in premiums. But I think that they'll make you try Ozempic, they'll make you try Tirzepatide.
What is wrong with trying Ozempic or Tirzepatide before jumping to Retta? That's the entitlement. This is what I'm saying. Like, Eli Lilly is making a mistake, not making people like him the target. They're making a mistake. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything about money. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know anything about marketing. I don't know anything about I don't know. But like, these people want it so bad. They want it so bad. Market it to them. Do for them what you did for the obese with Zepbound and Wegovy, right? Well, let me leave Novo Nordisk out of this. But Eli Lilly had Mounjaro. A lot of people that were not type 2s wanted access to Tirzepatide for obesity, right? So they came out with Zepbound. Just do that with Retta. These people want it. They want it so fucking bad. I think they should do it. I think they're missing out. Like, the gym bros want it. Market it to them. Again, Now, people get all scary when people with, a less than 40 BMI use Retta. I don't really get into all of that, but I will say this. I'm not seeing people walking around looking destitute or looking underweight or looking sickly from Retta. I'm not seeing it. So if they are out there, then they're not taking pictures as proof. I don't know. But the people that talk about gray market Retta and post their progress, they don't look ill. So if it works as well as again, and if people were, dropping like flies, we would know that as well. So if it works as well as people say it does, gray market, I'm assuming the real thing would be the best thing. Why not market to the fitness bros? Like, they want it, let them have it. I don't know.
They'll probably make you work with a dietitian, or you can work with us, obviously, and get your
What's wrong with working with a dietitian? Oh my
physique.
God.
But you're going to be in a bind even getting it, in my opinion. If you can get it, I don't know what the price is going to be. If your insurance is only going to cover a little bit of it, or a negotiated rate, or what.
Insurance is going to be insurance. That's another thing, right? Why are we suddenly acting like insurance ain't been full of shit? Like the insurance companies. The insurance companies been full of shit. Like, people had problems getting coverage for Zepbound. People were type 2 diabetics and had problems getting coverage for Manjaro. So like, it's the insurance companies being full of shit and not wanting to cover this medication, or a life-saving medication, or a life-altering medication, is not new. Like, that been a thing. Insurance companies being extremely difficult. People have been dealing with this with Zepbound for 2 years and with Manjaro for 3, 4. So like, that's not that been a thing. Like, that been the case. I don't know. This is what happens when like the content is 99% talking points. I guess this is why, like, on one hand I'm kind of annoyed, but on the other hand I'm just laughing. Like, this don't got nothing to do with me. I'm just reacting to it. So like, listen, everybody can feel how they want to feel. I'm just sharing my opinion, okay? People have been so worked up over Retta, and I'm just like, why? Not because it's not a good medication, but like, we've been dealing with access issues. And the compound people are the loudest ones. That's why I'm saying it that way. The compound people are the loudest ones, as if they're not lucky to still have compounded TERS in summer. But whatever.
But the biologic status is horrible news for us, since we can't get compounded Retta.
Horrible news for who? Let me look this up. Maybe I'm missing something. Hold on. Let me see something. Let's see. Why are medications designated biologics? Let's see. I'm curious. I want to know. Let me educate myself real quick. Medications are designed as biologics because they are produced from living organisms, such as microorganisms, plant cells, or animal cells, rather than being synthesized purely through chemical processes. They harness organic components like proteins, genes, or antibodies to target specific disease pathways. Downside. Let's look up the downside. Is it just the price? The primary downside to biologic medications include higher risk of serious infections and immune reactions, high costs due to complex manufacturing, and the requirement of delivery via injection or infusion rather than a simple pill. Retatrutide or Retatrutide as a biologic. Let's see. I know y'all looking at me instead of my screen. Oh well. Retta, an investigational triple hormone receptor agonist. A major legal and regulatory dispute centers on whether it qualifies as a biologic or a standard drug, impacting market exclusivity and compounding rules. Let's see. So 5 years before a copy can be approved for Zepbound and for biologic, as far as like Retta would be 12 years, so that 20 years is debunked. Cost to develop a copy, 2 to 3 million. I'm sorry, let me just show y'all what I'm looking at. Let me show y'all. Because I think people are fussing like for no reason. Let's see. Okay. So 5 years before Zepbound, before a copy can be made, if it's Retta and they get the biologic status, it'll be 12 years. That guy said 20. Cost to develop a copy, 2 to 10 million, 100 to 300 million. Time to develop a copy, 2 to 3 years, 7 to 9 years. Typical price cut when copy arrives, up to 85%, 5 to 25%. Can a pharmacy compound it? Yes, in a shortage. Biologic, never. Only 19% of biologics with no patent protection left have a copy on the market at all. I want to point out something to y'all. I need to point out something to y'all. The call, if this is accurate, feel free to fact check this. If this is accurate and the cost to develop a copy of Zepbound is 2 to 10 million, but a cost to develop a copy of Retta is 100 to 300 million, people not gonna be able to afford this anyway. Like, I, like, I think sometimes we be getting worked up about stuff without like additional context. If this is accurate and the price cut is only 5 to 25% once it's no longer in biologic status, like once a copy is made, it's the price cut is only 5 to 25%. A lot of people are still going to be priced out anyway. Like, because it's too, first of all, listen to this part at the bottom. It says only 19% of biologics with no patent protection, meaning the patent expired, left have a copy on the market at all. You know why? Because based on this, it costs too damn much to make a copy. Y'all shouldn't have ran them off then. That's y'all fault. It costs too damn much to make a copy. Because making something a biologic like doesn't mean you can never make a copy. It's just for a longer period of time that you can't make a copy. So why is it that 19% of the biologics that have no patent protection anymore, nobody's making, like, they only 19% of them, less than a quarter of them have copies. They cost too damn much to make. I'm assuming 100 to 300 million to make a copy just for a 5 to 25% price decrease. Who's paying for that? I'm sorry, like, who's paying for that? So, like, do we, like, I don't know. Am I tripping, Dr. Jen? Big Pharma shield Jenita. Am I tripping? I don't believe Eli Lilly asked the FDA to approve without knowing the answer already. I keep hearing that, but we'll see. I don't believe the FDA is gonna deny them, but it's like, can we at least let them do it first? Like, can we let them approve it so we can stop speculating? That's why Eli Lilly needs to make it a reasonable price in order to sell it to the masses and make back their money. Maybe their strategy isn't to sell it to the masses because the masses already want compound. The masses already want compounded TERS. Okay? They want brand TERS, but they can't afford it. So the rest of them are going to compound. I don't think their demographic is the masses. And I think they're okay with that. That's why when Tamika's comment earlier said the majority of who? They're not targeting the majority. I think they should target the gym bros. I think they should. I think they should make who said something about like a a smaller dose, I would take. Listen, if they came out with a, I don't want to say a micro dose, but like, if they took Retta, right, and either changed the dose or modified it so that it amplifies or enhances like your fitness, I would take it if I could afford it. If I could afford it, I'm not gonna cry because I can't afford it. But if I could afford it, I would. Like if they came out with a marketable version for the fitness world, plenty of people would take it. These people are crying because they want it. The gym bros, they're crying because they want it. I'm a gym babe, like, but I'm not crying because I can't get Retta. like I think I'll do just fine without Retta. But if they made it affordable, I'd take it. I'd take it. Non-responders should jump on Retta. What is the percentage of non-responders? Hey, G's, how you doing? G's, you waiting on Retta? That's why I asked how much are they willing to spend on compound? Right. So let's say Retta was compounded. That compound would be a pretty penny, I think. Right. I thought about that earlier and I'm like, let me not even go down that rabbit hole because I don't like listen. Jennifer, the big pharma shill. Like I will shill for Eli Lilly if they give me the chance. I will cape for them. But like who was gonna afford this? Like guys, like I think sometimes we just be complaining just to complain. Like especially like I'm sorry, especially those of us that have already seen success on Zepbound. Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to chill out. And if it's like Sweet Tea was saying, which is like, well, some people were holding out hope for Retta. Maybe people were holding out hope without doing their research. This is what happens when in the GLP-1 space, hot take, people focus on talking points. This is why you never see me talking about Retta. For what? It's not that it doesn't matter. It's not that it's not a wonderful medication. It's not that. But it's like people Retta, so much so that they got people got their hopes up. People got their hopes up without even considering like, oh, will I be able to afford it? Oh, am I even a good candidate for Retta? Oh, like, you know what I mean? So now people got their hopes up and now their hopes and dreams are being crushed by something that was like you probably wasn't going to be able to afford it anyway. But somehow that's Eli, like, I mean, I guess it is Eli Lilly's fault, but like, would we rather them have not made Retta? Like, I'm confused. Like, what do y'all want? I'm confused. Like, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? You know what I don't like? I don't like when Big Pharma makes bad medications, like Vioxx that gave my mom a heart attack. Like, I don't like, and many other Americans' heart attacks. I don't like when Big Pharma makes bad medications. I don't like when they release bad medications when they had the research to say that the medication was bad and causing harm. Okay? I don't like that. But like, as far as we know, TERS and Retta don't seem to be bad medications. I think we need to lighten up a bit. But if I'm wrong, keep letting me know. Sweet Tea gave up. Sweet Tea is always giving up on me. Like Sweet Tea be like, whatever, V, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm leaving. I get it. I still love her. I know she still loves me. It's fine. Like it's okay. But like if I'm wrong, you gotta make it make sense though. Let me know why I am wrong for what I am saying. I literally just looked it up. Let's go over it one more time before we continue. Okay, what changes for Retatrutide if the FDA calls it a biologic, not a drug? Okay, so we have a drug category and we have a biologic category, right? So the drug category has Zepbound, Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy. Years before a copy can be approved, 5. Y'all know we're 2 years into Zepbound? Y'all know we're 2 years into Zepbound? Like we're gonna blink and 50,000 TERS copies are gonna be on the market. We're gonna blink and 50,000 TERS copies are gonna be on the market and Sema copies. Let's continue. 5 years for TERS and Sema. If Retta gets biologic status, it will be for 12 years. Okay, not forever, but for 12 years. But let's continue because there's further context. The cost to develop a copy. This is so goddamn important. It is not even funny. This is so goddamn important. It is not even funny. Listen up, fussy britches. All of you fussy bitches out there, listen up. Because I think sometimes we just assume Big Pharma's a charity. They're not. They're in this to make money. Now, if I get skinny in the process, me and Big Pharma, we got an understanding. We got an understanding. Like, if I get skinny and they make money, we have an understanding. Okay? If I'm no longer diabetic or pre-diabetic and they make money, we have an understanding. Just don't put me in a hospital. Okay? Right? Medication isn't killing people. We have an understanding. Okay? So this part is incredibly important because Big Pharma is in this to make money. I don't think they're supposed to change that about themselves. I don't. Like, I don't think they're supposed to make stuff affordable. Like, I will never, like, I have to be very, like, I have to emphasize this because they did not have to come out with vials and quick pens. They did not have to do that, but they did. They did. So, okay. So anyway, let's continue. Cost to develop a copy for Sema and TERS is 2 to 10 million. For Retta, it would be 100 to 300 million after the fucking patent expires. What do y'all think they're gonna charge for that? If we have Zepbound between $450 and $1,200, and it costs 2 to 10 million to make a copy, what do you think they're gonna charge for a copy that costs 100 to 300 million to make? Are you shitting me? Unless these numbers are lies. Again, feel free to fact check me. This could be completely made up. So fact check me. But like 100 to 3 million to make a copy, y'all think they're not gonna make their money back? Okay, let's continue. And that's okay. All right, let's continue. Time to develop a copy, 2 to 3 years. For Retta, it would be 7 to 9. I think we are underestimating how much work goes into creating these medications, right? I think the old adage that, oh, this medication costs 10 cents to make and Big Pharma is charging $850. Yes, right? Like, so I'm pretty sure we all have that in mind. And I think the fact that Compound has come in at lower prices, it's like, but why can't Eli Lilly do it this way? And it's like, because they're not. They put the money into the research. They get to set the price. We get to choose whether we buy it or don't buy it. Okay? We can buy it. We cannot buy it. We can buy it. We cannot buy it. Insurance could cover it. They could not cover it. Argue with your insurance company. I wasn't about to do that, so I just paid for it. Okay? That's a privilege that I have. I'm checking my privilege. But like 200 to 100 to 300 million to make a copy, 7 to 9 years. This is why when you get to the bottom and it says only 19% of biologics with no patent protection left have a copy on the market at all. You know why the rest of them don't have copies? Because it costs too much to make. You know why it's unusual for biologics that their patent expires eventually. Why it's unusual for them to have copies so they don't even got to worry about the competition? Because it costs too much. It costs too much to make. That's all. A company could make a copy. Do they want to invest the money? That's up for debate. They want it all. I like Retta for people just starting and have a BMI like I did when I started. We want Retta in our overpriced groceries and diabetics that haven't been able to lose satisfactory amounts of weight. Okay. I think most of us want options to choose from that put health as a reachable goal. Those with 100 to 200 pounds to lose who haven't responded quickly might be hoping for faster results. It's a business, but you will need to get approved by your PBM or be able to afford it. The reason for so many trails is to gain other approved uses. I think I misunderstood what you were saying, G's. The stars can't pay for it for sure. TERS patent expired in India and Canada. India has approved over 24 generic brands already. Hopefully Retta will get insurance companies to pay for Zep easily. Only 10% of US has severe obesity. That's the question I was asking earlier, G. So thank you for that. I wanted to know the answer to that. Will Retta help me take off my last 5 pounds? LOL, just kidding. I'll stick with Zep. Maybe it will. Or maybe fasting will, Teddy. Like, you could get it off like that. So here's the thing about, like, but people's hopes. Thank you, Keto and a Miss, for your comments, by the way. Listen, at the end of the day, I really don't like it. It don't really matter to me. Not that the people don't matter, but I think that people that already have access are the ones being the most ridiculous about this. You know why? Because you know who wasn't fussing about Zepbound access? Me. You know why? Because I didn't know about Zepbound. Okay. I didn't know about it. So I wasn't fussing about the access. Once I knew about it and I knew about compound, then yeah, I started to fuss a little bit. Then I was like, you know what? Eli Lilly did put in the work. So whatever. The people that already have access are the ones putting up the most fuss. It's the gray market people putting up the fuss. I don't know why. They already have access to gray. And or they're playing on the fears. The fitness people are playing on the fears of the people that want brand. So it's like it's really the compounded TERS and sema people that are putting up the most fuss. And it's like, okay, but we can say we just want options that make health achievable. But like, why does that start and stop with Retta though? Is what I'm trying to understand. Like, we all want affordable health care. We all want options. We all want better health. We all want all of these things. We all want all of these things. Why is Retta where the buck stops? Like, if we don't get access to Retta, that's the end. And what I'm saying is, if people put their hopes and dreams into Retta, without even considering who the target demographic, because listen, keto and the miss, the people fussing about Retta are not at a 40 BMI. They're not. They're not. Okay? They're not the ones talking the loudest. Matter of fact, if I'm wrong, which one of you in the chat right now has a 40 BMI? And then I'll I'll make you the exception. Which of you in the chat has a 40 BMI and you're waiting for Retta? Or is it that your progress hasn't been what you wanted on Zepbound, and so you're waiting for Retta? And again, I know Sweet Tea probably wasn't happy with me but when I said this, but listen, I love you guys. I'm not changing my energy. I've been saying this. People on compound, if you are successful on compound, great. If you are not successful on compound, that is not the same as TERS and sema not working. That is compound not working. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just, that's just what it is. And if you feel like I'm wrong for saying that, then you guys can let me know. You guys can let me know. But like in Dr. Jenitha, generic doesn't mean cheap. Compound don't mean cheap either. Because some people are out here paying $400 for compound. Why would you not? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. People act like the compounding pharmacies aren't marking up the prices too. Like Eli Lilly. Like they're just dropping. Zepbound is $450, which is high. That is $450. Compound is not that far away from Zepbound brand, okay? Now, if the extra $100 will break the budget, I'm not arguing. Okay, fine. But let's not act like the compounders aren't, not the compounders, but like the telehealth companies aren't marking up the price too. Like they're doing it too. They're doing it too. You just find their price to be more palatable than Eli Lilly's, and that's okay. But if that compound don't work for you or it doesn't work the way you want it to work, that is not the same as tirzepatide and sema not working. No, that's compound not working for you. I, as a person that has 6 months of compounded TERS, didn't lose any weight. I'm not crying about it. I just switched the brand because I had the luxury to do that. If you don't have the luxury to do that, okay. But let's not say, oh, it's not working for some people. No, compound is not working for some people. Now, brand, the people who tried both brands and neither one worked, that's more of a nuanced conversation. But they aren't the ones crying about Retta. They're not. They're not. The reason Lilly is doing so many trials is in hopes of having it approved for multiple uses. Our community is just a small part. That's a good point, G's. I don't know if you heard me say it, but I think Eli Lilly might market Retta to the fitness people. They might. They want it so bad. Like they really want it. They want it bad. So why not tap into that market? I'm a fitness girly. If they marketed Retta at lower doses or, a different formula, I don't know, however you would do it. For the fitness people that really are into muscle, I'd take it. I take it. 40 might be on the low end with comorbidities. Okay. Okay. They want it covered. My nephew paying just as much as I am for his compound as I'm paying for my brand. Exactly. Exactly. But people want to cape for compound. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with compound. What I'm saying is the prices that people are paying makes no sense when you can go through Lily Direct. Like if you're paying 200 for compound and you're seeing success, I would not say, "Oh, go pay 450 with Eli Lilly." But if you're paying 375, 400 for compound with mediocre results, if you're paying for compound and not seeing the progress that you want, that ain't the same as, "Oh, TERS didn't work for me, so hear me out. Hear me out. I know y'all listen. I have a reputation from y'all for being candid for a reason. I say shit that sometimes y'all don't like to hear. Some people are on board, some people aren't. Like, and then sometimes y'all flip completely. Sometimes y'all are completely on board, sometimes nobody's on board, and I'm just talking to myself. Okay. You cannot possibly believe, right, that because compound, like, okay, so for the people that couldn't get coverage through their insurance for Zepbound and Wegovy, and they couldn't afford brand, right? So they went to compound because that's what they could afford. We could not have possibly been waiting for compounded Retta, right? So when people say, "Oh, people were looking forward to Retta that didn't get the results that they wanted on TERS and Sema," are you talking about they didn't get the results they wanted on brand, so they were waiting for Retta? If that's the case, okay, I could see that. But if they're on compound waiting for Retta, you must be talking about branded Retta, right? And then my follow-up to that would be, if you were on compound waiting for branded Retta, what makes you think you would be able to afford that when you couldn't afford branded Zepbound or Wegovy? So that leads me to believe that the people on compounded TERS and Sema that are not getting the results they want were hoping for compounded Retta. But then my question would be, where did y'all get that from? Who told y'all? Every content creator in the GLP-1 space, not every, I'm being facetious, but like the GLP-1 space, I know who said it. Like, who told y'all that compounded Retta was gonna be a reality? Like, why did people think that? I get saying people were holding out hope. You must mean holding out hope for a brand. But then that wouldn't make sense, because if you're on compound holding out hope for branded Retta, why would you think you could afford that when you couldn't afford the other one, right? So that couldn't be right. Why would people be holding out hope for compounded Retta? Who said Retta was gonna be compounded? Who said Retta was gonna be in shortage? If Eli Lilly lets Retta go into shortage, they're dumb. They are stupid. They're a dumb, stupid dumb. Like, so the hype for Retta from compounders never made sense. There I said it. There I said it. There I said it. There I said it. The hype for Retta from compound users never made sense. It never made sense at all. At all. And I don't like talking about it because the compound people get all sensitive, okay? I love y'all. Don't leave me, don't unsubscribe. If you are getting insurance coverage for Zepbound or Wegovy and they stop working for you and you're hoping for insurance coverage for Retta, that I can see. That makes sense. I get that. But again, the compound people are the loudest because they're like, "That's not fair, that's not fair, that's not fair, that's not fair." Okay, but it's also not fair that the telehealth companies keep making all of this compound when the shortage been over. So just let's be happy that the compound still exists. Where did we get the idea of compounded Retta from? Where did that come from? I know where it came from. It came from the content creators. I know. I know. I know. And he's only lost 5 pounds in 5 weeks, but he said he's a part of a peptide group and wants to stay with them. Good for him, I guess. Yeah, I agree. They'll want a BMI of 45 most likely. And what does Sema and TERS didn't work really mean? That's, again, I think Sweet Tea's mad at me. She'll be all right. But that's what I was asking. Like, when we say, "Oh, but Sema and TERS don't work for some people," do you mean compound? because I wouldn't put those people in the it didn't work group. I'm sorry, you didn't take the medication from the people that created it. That may sound selfish and unfair, but as a person that did both, okay, that's the truth. That is the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Now, if we're talking about brand users that just didn't respond at a 40 BMI, I would have to see that and say, okay, well then sure, maybe Reddit will work for them. Maybe. Or brand users that, tapped out on Zepbound and Wegovy with another 100 pounds to lose. Sure. Lilly with aim to cover those with advanced cardiovascular issues, advanced osteoarthritis, etc. All the things they're doing for trials. Okay. OTP might be the only one who should consider Retta. I'm gonna assume Brittany Rose will be taking this Retta. G's, he's the only one that might be a real non-responder. What does Brittany Rose have left to lose? You can't lose 90 pounds and tell me you're a non-responder. Jen, I keep the same energy. I don't subscribe to non-responder, slow responder, fast responder. I don't subscribe to these made-up terms. Unless Eli Lilly defines it, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I don't subscribe. I don't subscribe. Like, even when people, like you said, what does TERS and summa didn't work really mean? That's important because I'm assuming that Eli Lilly is defining didn't work because they did the studies, right? So let's find out. Let's just see. So I'm not talking out of my ass, because I feel like some people just think I'm being mean or inconsiderate, and I'm not. I'm asking the hard questions because it's like compound people on compound, whether you were successful or not, had no business looking forward to compounded Retta. That is the truth. So whoever had you excited about that lied to you. They lied to you. Okay? They lied. Now, I'm not saying these telehealth companies won't do their big one and try to get around and sell it anyway. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying to look forward to that is like, that's why when Journey was like, oh, the doctor already confirmed it. I'm like, don't believe everything you hear online. Like, not even with me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know shit. But it's like, especially coming from Brittany Rose or her channel or whoever she's affiliated with. The same Brittany Rose that was affiliated with Orderly Meds, the same Orderly Meds that I bought 6 months worth of compound from in whatever. Maybe I'm just jaded. I don't know. Like, that taught me, it's not personal toward her, but it taught me a lesson in taking content creators' word, especially when they're affiliated. When they're affiliated, not everybody, but some of these content creators, they will say anything for their affiliation. They will say anything on the side of their affiliation. So whatever. If doctors are coming on YouTube channels talking about, we're going to have compounded Retta, and you're not questioning that, it's like, oh, it's going to be available. Okay. I don't want it. I'm not hating. Eli Lilly didn't promise you your goal weight. Hey, Shauna, how you doing, girl? Oh, crap. What did I do? Generally, the larger people want 40% loss on a drug that averages 21, and they stuck at 18% complaining. Oh, geez. I want to find out what Eli Lilly considers not working. Okay, so Eli Lilly, Zepbound. Let's see if there's an actual definition for this. Non-responders. Okay, let's see what clinically this means. Okay. Clinical definitions typically categorize non-responders to Zepbound as patients who lose less than 5% of their total body weight. Excuse me. After 3 months of therapy. Estimates show that roughly 9% of clinical trial participants fall into this non-responder category. However, true long-term non-response is often premature to call early on, as many slow initial responders achieve meaningful results later. Don't be mad at me, be mad at AI. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at Eli Lilly. I don't subscribe to non-responders and slow responders. Like, we just be saying stuff. Like, I don't subscribe. I'm not saying everybody loses weight at the same pace. I'm saying slow and fast, when we talk about it in the space, are arbitrary. Those are arbitrary terminology that has no real meaning. You're just comparing one person to another or yourself to someone else, right? So what does Eli Lilly actually classify that is? What is the clinical definition of being a non-responder? Less than 5% in 3 months. It even says a lot of the times that designation happens prematurely because if you give the people a little time, they catch up. So you know what a little time sounds like? Titrating up till they get to the right dose, which takes time. Your first month is 2.5. Your second month is 5. Your third month is 7.5. Some people don't see significant weight loss until they get to a 10 or a 12.5. A lot of the people that didn't respond or their response was slow, they caught up at the higher doses. Don't be mad at me. This is for brand. Don't be mad at me. For the compound and brand people, oh, they're the same. I'm not hating on compound. I just don't know why people keep saying they're the same thing. I don't know why people keep saying it's the same effect. If it is, then we shouldn't have no problems. People should be, most people, first of all, 9% is already low. 9% of people in the trials fell into this non-responder category. But even then, a lot of people caught up later in the higher doses. A lot of people caught up later. So why are we so what's the problem? The same thing should happen on compound route, right? You should get 10, 12.5, 15. And people, the majority, let's say 95%, 98% should be able to catch up. It can't be that all the people on YouTube are just exceptions to the rule. Like everybody that's, I don't know. I know what I'm saying sounds mean, but don't be mad at me. Be mad at the definition. Like, I get that it sounds mean and it sounds like I'm being inconsiderate. I'm not. I'm going based on the information. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the information. Jamie Seltzer didn't lose until 10 milligram. Brittany and that doctor will be in a Netflix doc. I would be dying. I don't know who Jamie Seltzer is, but I think he lost 300 pounds. Okay. It's definitely not the same thing. I see there are a few new people in here. Welcome to the Vein Gang. Thank you, Shonda. Shonda, we're talking about people fussing over Retta's release as a potential biologic, and I'm making a point why people need to stop crying about it. Like, people need to stop crying about it. Like, I'm sorry. It's hard. It's hurtful. I know it's hurtful to hear. I know it hurts. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be hurtful. But the truth is, if you are on compound and you're not seeing success and you were hoping for compounded Retta, someone sold you a dream. I'm not saying these telehealth companies won't try to pull it off. I'm saying to expect that as a reality is to just be expecting something that doesn't make a lot of sense. Y'all don't come here to be told what you want to hear. And unfortunately, that happens in a lot of other spaces. And it just is what it is. So, again, for the 50th time, I'm not trying to be insensitive to those that were hopeful, but let's be real. Or if you didn't consider this before, I'm here to tell you this now. That never made sense. And I'm not saying like you're dumb or something. It's the content creators, like irresponsible content creators, I think, or ill-informed content creators, making it seem like Retta was going to be available for everybody just because anybody can get compounded TERS and SEMA. That was foolish. That was foolish to put that message out there. Nobody said that. Like, that just don't kill the messenger though. Don't kill the messenger.
Because of it, but we will get it approved early next year, but we will not get compounds, and I'm sure there's going to be pressure on
She's
grain
in the
markets to get
mobile
shut down.
side,
So good
Jen.
news and terrible news.
So the good news is that Retta will be approved in 2027. Whether it's the first, the second, or third quarter, I'm not really sure. Now, what people are saying is the bad news is that they're trying to make it a biologic. And of course they're trying to do this. Eli Lilly wants to protect their intellectual property.
This is also important. You know, before, to be honest with you, before Zepbound and Compound, like before this whole brand and compound war, yeah, let me give you the link to the other side. It's a dual stream. So you can't see everybody else's comments where you are. Hold on. Here you go, Shonda. All right. You should be able to click on that. So you can be over there with Jen and the rest of them. Okay. So this is also important about Eli Lilly protecting their intellectual property. The way these telehealth companies showed their narrow telehealth asses, you bet Eli Lilly is gonna be aggressive, borderline trifling when it come to Retta. Oh well. I'm sorry. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Do I wish every fucking big pharma medicine was $10? Yes, I do, but it's not. Okay, it's not. And now that I see the cost of a copy of Retta, how much does it cost to make the brand? If a copy is 200 to 300 million, how much does it cost to make the actual branded version? Let's find out. Let's find out. Cost of production for Retatrutide. Raw materials cost well, this is AI. AI could be a little off. AI be a little slow sometimes. Raw material cost to produce 10 milligram of Retatrutide are estimated at 185. Wait a minute. I think I did something wrong. Hold on. Commercial pricing. Wait, hold on. I did something wrong. Wait a minute. Cost to develop copy 100 to 300 million. Hold on. My bad. I did something wrong. Oh shit. How do I get to this link? I'm sorry. I'm stuck on an image and I'm trying to actually get, what the fuck did I do? I'm looking at an image and I want the source of the image. Hey Craig, how you doing? Okay. No, not research peptide. I'm trying to get the comparison to that chart that showed the cost for tirzepatide and then a copy of Retta. But I'm not finding. Oh wait, what am I talking about? Those were copies. 2 to 10 million. Okay, never mind. I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I can't find what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. Forget that. Scratch that. Scratch that. They made sure those big producers were just shut down this year. Oh, Did some producers of Compound get shut down? Thank you, Craig. Thank you so much. This side is so much better. They weren't happy with me. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. All right, let's finish this up.
Get really mad about this, but Eli Lilly is the one who discovered it and did all the research behind this amazing drug.
I've been saying that for over actually almost 2 years now. That I mean, do I want it to be more affordable? Yes, but they did the work. So, I mean, do they have to charge what they're charging? No, they don't. But like, I mean, that's just the way, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like, I think people get upset. You know who really should be upset? The people that don't even have access to Compound. You know what I mean? Now, some people are brave, like, and I won't say brave enough, but some people are not about to take that laying down, so they go gray. But there are some people that can't get insurance, that don't have access to insurance, can't afford it out of pocket, can't afford Compound, and are too scared to do gray. Those are the people that I feel for. Okay, if you got access to gray and it's working for you, I don't feel bad for you. If you got access to Compound and it's working for you, I don't feel bad for you. If you got access out of pocket and it's working for you, I don't feel bad for you. If you got access to insurance and it's working for you, I don't feel bad for you. Now, if you are on Compound, this is the lane where people separate from me. If you are on Compound because you can't afford brand and you can't get it through insurance and you don't want to do gray, if you are on Compound and it's not working for you, you want to fuss about what's going on with Retta. That group of people, I'm gonna shut up about. I don't want to argue. 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 You were never gonna be able to afford Retta because you couldn't afford Zepbound or Wegovy. You know what I mean? So like it was never gonna be compounded. So I mean, unless you're gonna go to gray, what did you think was gonna happen? Research equals time and money, right? Want versus need. If we were talking about improved health, some people need help with 40% loss. You can't expect medicine to do all the work, but the promise of hope is powerful. I know, Keto. I don't want to take your hope away from you, girl. I don't want to take your hope away from you. I don't want to take your hope. I don't want to take anybody else's hope away from them. I just think hope has to be based in reality, Keto in the midst. That's what I'm saying. Like, hope with no real tangible like outcome is just fruitless. It's just fruitless. Like, I hope the price of Zepbound lowers. I hope it does. Brand, I hope it does. I hope more people get access to it. But like, just the reason why I feel like I can hope that is because, oh no, I got you, Keto. The reason I'm hopeful for that is because they already did it. They released the vials at 500. They didn't have to take that extra $50 off. They did. They didn't have to. They did. They didn't have to. Like, the government didn't have to work out so it was available for Medicaid and Medicare. They worked it out. So Eli Lilly has already taken steps to improve access without completely losing out on their profits for the medication. I'm pretty sure they're not in danger of losing out on profits. Okay, they're already losing out for the Compound people, but they'll be fine. Eli Lilly's not going under anytime soon, so let me not. Okay, they'll be fine. But like, they've already taken steps that they didn't have to take. I'm not convinced that they won't take further steps. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But it's like, oh, but we were hopeful. We were hopeful. Was it a hope that actually made sense? Is all I'm asking. Hoping for compounded Retta. This is why I never talked about it. That never made sense. That never made sense. And you know what's gonna listen? What I think is gonna happen is a lot of telehealth companies and med spas are gonna be selling gray, and people are gonna be happy to take it while still talking shit about people that take gray. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Some telehealth company like Bell is gonna sell gray market Retta. People are gonna take it because it's through a telehealth company while still talking shit about the people that go direct to supplier from China. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. The compound people that want Retta, when the telehealth companies start giving out prescriptions for gray market, they're gonna buy it and turn their nose up at people that get their gray directly from China with no middleman. Tell me I'm lying. I'm not even hating. I'm not even saying, look, I don't care what you do. I don't care. But am I off? Am I just making that up? Eli Lilly made 22.9 billion this last quarter. They are going to keep rolling in dough. Let them. Am I still gonna get my Eli Lilly on time? Am I still gonna get my Zepbound on time? If so, then whatever. Lilly actually made a ton more money by dropping the price. They expanded the pipe. Wonderful. This is why I don't understand why they won't market the Retta to the gym people that want it. They are trying to protect themselves from the telehealth companies. I am willing to bet if Compound did not go crazy the way that I did, Retta would have never been entertained as a biologic. Because if that was the case, they could have did the same thing with Zepbound. They could have did the same thing with tirzepatide. They could have been did that with tirzepatide, but they didn't. Why would they want to restrict their market? You know what I mean? They are trying to protect their intellectual property because these compounders and telehealth companies have lost their damn mind. And not all of them have good products. People act like Compound is this one big happy family of Compound all coming from Hollandale. No, some of this Compound is trash. Some of it is absolute garbage, and that's why people are not seeing the results that they want to see. But whatever. Like, and then it's like, let them cook. Like so what? Let them cook. You don't know what's to come. You don't know what's to come. Like, you don't know if Retta gets released as a biologic for 40, 45 plus BMI, and then they come out with an alternative like they did with Zepbound to Manjaro for the everybody else that wants it. I'm not saying it's gonna be quote unquote affordable, but like, you don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know. Like, let them cook a little bit. Let them cook. Hey James, how you doing? Let's just let them cook a little bit. Like, it's just let them do let them have the Retta. I mean, not that we get a choice, but let them have the Retta as a biologic. Let them have it as a biologic for 12 years. Like, by the time we blink, generics for TERS will be out. Okay? Like, in about 10 years, TERS is probably going to be on the counter, over the counter at CVS. And by then, something will have outdone Retta. Like, everybody crying over Retta as if something won't be outdoing Retta in another 7 years, 5 to 7 years, if it's not already in the works. Like, Eli Lilly is pumping them out. I just hope, like Dr. Spencer goes on to say, let's let the research come out. Like, let's not be so quick to jump on the Retta bandwagon when we don't even have all the information we need yet. The numbers look good, but let's see how this works out over time. Like, calm down. Hey Andrew, how you doing?
So no, if they get it a biologic, it won't be compounded. I do think though, however, the people that are getting it on the gray market will continue to be able to get it on the gray market, and nothing's going to stop them unless they really crack down on that. And no, I don't think it should be compounded.
The doctor has spoken. What do y'all think about Dr. Nadolski saying that? We're not going to get to my grocery stream tonight, so we will probably do that in the middle of the week sometime. I'm going to take a no day tomorrow. So we will not be designing my grocery list tonight because I got to go to the gym. Unless I get back from the gym and I get like a second win, I'll do like a really late stream for those that are still up. But I'm going to be on here for like another 30 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go head to the gym. I really don't have to. Like, I'm ahead in my gym schedule, actually. I keep forgetting that I already did today's workout yesterday, and I did yesterday's workout Monday. So technically, I don't got to go to the gym tomorrow. So I could just do my workout, like, at the home gym. So we'll see. I got 30 minutes to think about it. 5 years from now, this live conversation will seem prehistoric. So many other companies are coming with more treatments. Lily just took the lid off. Yeah, Jesus, I'm saying people need to stop crying. People need to stop crying. It's going to be okay. Sweet tea, I love you. Keto and the Mist, I love you. It is going to be okay. Your opportunity and everybody else, your opportunity to get this weight off does not die with Retta. It does not die with compounded tirzepatide. It does not. It does not. It will be okay. Listen. Sweet Tea didn't even get to touch Retta, and she dropped 10 pounds in a month just by changing her behaviors. Okay? I love you, girl. I love her. If she comes back and watches this, and if she don't, you guys can tell her, I love you, girl. I know she be getting annoyed with me. Sweet Tea been getting annoyed with me. She's like, B, shut the fuck up. But, like, it's going to be okay. It's gonna be okay. It will be okay. Eli Lilly has opened the floodgates. Let them cook. Let them make their money as long as they're not harming people with their medications. That is where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line. If the medications are harming people, I draw the line there. But if the medication works, the research is solid, I don't have to agree with the price. I don't think everybody has to have access, even though that would be nice, okay? If everything is on the up and up, let them cook. It will be okay. Generics will come out. Other companies will release their versions. It'll be okay. Like us Zepbound people, especially the brand people, right? We are loyal to Zepbound. We are gonna be dinosaurs in 5 years talking about, yeah, but I'm on Zepbound. Like in 5 years, there's gonna be however many other alternatives. The patent with Zepbound will be up, I think. It'll be up and over, okay? Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hello, Andrew, y'all. Andrew wants to come up and yell at y'all about Retta. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, I guess he didn't mean to come up. He clicked the link. Maybe he didn't mean to do that. Maybe he didn't mean to. Andrew, if you want to come back with your camera on or off, just click the link again. Okay, but I'm gonna be out of here pretty soon. All right. Oh, I know. See, Andrew knows me and he still loves me. You can say you're gonna do a no day tomorrow, but you know we will do it tomorrow. I know, because I need y'all to help me with my groceries. I know. I need y'all to help me. I need y'all to help me. I'm not even a year in. My journey has just begun. Okay, Keto. Oh, Keto, you haven't given us a weigh-in in quite some time. You want to give us a weigh-in? You haven't given us a weigh-in in quite some time. Give us an update if you're okay with that. Plus, we have an option to add on PO meds to help if needed. What is PO? Should I know what that is? Jen, we are bad. Jen, we are so bad. Jen, we are so bad. I cannot get mad at her, but she gets so frustrated with me. She gets so frustrated with me. Like, Sweet Tea needs Venetian breaks. Sweet Tea needs vanity breaks. She takes vanity breaks and then she comes back when she's rested and she can like when her cup is empty again, as far as like being able to tolerate me. Cause I'll be like, today was one of those days where it just went over top. Where she's like, I don't care, V. Okay, say what you want. I don't care. Okay, for whatever, forget it. I gotta go. We love her. We love her. Oh, you were just seeing what the link was. Okay, I saw you in the background. Okay. I'm 259. What was your starting? Can you remind me? I am slow, but only because I need to work on sleep, stress, and activity. Girl, that sleep will get you. We need a sleep, not a sleep. We need a week on stress reduction and rest, and how much you can slingshot yourself forward if you rest. It sounds so cliche. And maybe rest is a luxury, but we got to find a way to make it a necessity. Okay? We got busy lives, children, families, jobs. Some of us working 3 weeks straight, Jen. Okay? If you are struggling, if your weight loss is slow and you have not figured out the rest portion yet, you got to figure it out. You have to. You got to try. So thank you for sharing that, Ketonimus. All right, let's finish up with Dr. Nadolsky because I heart him.
Eli Lilly's the one that put in all the effort. And no, I don't make any money right now from Eli Lilly. So all the big...
Right, right, Dr. Spencer, leave that door open because if they come a knocking, guess who's walking through it? Me. He said right now so that nobody in the future can say, but you said you don't work for whatever. I don't get no money from them right now. Not right now. But he's leaving that door open because he knows that, Eli Lilly got that bag, and Eli Lilly is doing the damn thing with these GLP-1 agonists. They're doing the damn thing. I don't give a shit. I don't work in the medical industry. I don't work in the medical field. let Eli Lilly come knocking on my door. In fact, I'm trying to figure out how to go knock on theirs. Like, what do I need to get a job? Because yes, I want to be a part of the. I want to be a part of the cause. Like, like, so what? So what? Sometimes we're too extreme with our views as far as no, we gotta be anti big pharma, but we want Zepbound. We gotta be anti big pharma, but we want Zepbound. We gotta be anti big pharma, but we want Retta. Y'all gotta make it make sense. Like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Like, we gotta be anti big pharma, but we're gonna cape for compound, and we only have compound because who did the research? Eli Lilly did the research for brand, and now the compounders are, getting in on that. It always comes back to the big pharma doing the research and releasing the brand to begin with. So let's not be so quick to be anti-big. Like, well, listen, again, I'm opposed to terrible medication. So there's that. Big pharma ain't my friend. They're not my friend. But we have a mutual understanding. We have a mutual understanding. I pay Lilly my money and they send me my Zepbound, and then we're all good. We're all good. That's it. Congrats. Thank you so much, G's, for the $9.99 super chat. Congrats on 99 pounds down. But don't leave your change on the counter. Go grab that other pound expeditiously. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, G's. Good night, good night, good night. I am not leaving that extra pound. G's, you was a little worried that I was gonna end up too skinty. I'm telling you, G's, I look okay. I still can G's. I still can grab it, G's. Like, I still got, I can make it work. I got this, G's, but thank you. Thank you. V, you can never get a job more than house sitting. We wouldn't let you. We would die. I know, but I'm gonna be taking a break from house sitting. My last house sit ends October 1st, and I'm gonna be taking a break. I need a break. I need a break from the kitty witties. Started around 302 down to 208. Are you on a GLP-1, Craig? I don't remember. Let me know. Okay. Congratulations, Craig and Keto. I'm 45 years young and making bottles overnight still. Making bottles overnight. I started Zep. Oh, a baby. I started Zep 6 months postpartum and coming off breastfeeding. Lost my mom a month after I started. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm grateful to be losing while adjusting to life. Life happens, girl. I say life will punch you in your jugular and your thyroid. It'll get you right there. With losing family members, losing jobs, gaining members of the family, having babies, okay? Life happens. But you're on the train now and it's just a chugging along. It'll be okay. It will be okay. But remember, we got to help Zepbound do his job. I know people act like we don't because they're lucky enough to not have to do shit. Okay? But over here, we subscribe to we got to help Zepbound do his job. So, it may just be one step at a time, girl. Just one step at a time. Like you got a newborn basically. You got a newborn basically. So, you'll work it out. You'll work it out. No one situation is forever, right? Babies don't say babies forever. Bottle making overnight is not forever. Postpartum, I don't know if you don't have to share, but like even if it's like postpartum for depression, that doesn't have to last forever. Being over 200 pounds doesn't last forever. Nothing lasts forever, right? We make the best with, of what we got. Life is not forever. We lose people and sometimes it's our turn. You know what I mean? So you got this, girl, and we got your back. We got your back. Okay? Sending you hugs, Keto. We got your back, girl. We got your back. All right. Okay. Let's finish up, Dr. Spence. Talk to him, Dr. Spence. Big pharma haters can shove it. Yeah.
In fact, I'd make way more money if I opened up a little compounding clinic and sold it to you, which I don't do. Yes, the way that I think that Retta should be used once it is approved is that you should have to do either semaglutide or tirzepatide and not respond to it, and then you go.
I don't even need to know what G's thinks. I know what G's thinks on that. Everybody else, who thinks you should have to do Sema or Zepbound first, or Sema or Terz first, before jumping to Retta? just thought of something else. I'm never gonna get out of here. But I have no choice. I have to work. I keep acting like I have to go to the gym. I don't have to. I want to because I want to see how busy it is this time of night. I found out the Planet Fitness is 24 hours. I've been in the mountains so much and they don't do 24-hour Planet Fitness on the weekend. So it just dawned on me to check for 24 hours now that I'm back in the city and I found one and I'm like, I need to know what the volume is like at this time of night, okay? So that's why I keep saying I need to go to the gym, but technically I already did Saturday's workout. Okay. How many people think that people should have to try TERS or SEMA before jumping to Retta? Um, me, you should. It might help your body. I'm off Zeb, sadly. That last 20 to 30 pounds is the hardest. My goal weight is 185. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I struggled with my last 32. Like, it was like fighting. Like, I had to fight for that last 30. It was crazy. Agree. Okay. You know what I just thought about? Why? I'm tired. How much water I got left? Oh, I can't. I don't know because I'm using my phone as a camera. So let me just keep drinking just in case. Hmm. Why don't the people on compound care what's happening with Retta anyway? The telehealth companies do what they want to do with TERS and SEMA anyway. So why does anyone care what's happening with branded Retta? Aren't the compounders just gonna do what they want to do anyway? Or people over 400, 500 pounds can jump straight to Retta. Okay, I got you. Are they worried that if it gets released as a biologic, the compounders will actually abide by the law, unlike what they did with TERS and SEMA? So it's like, oh no, we won't be able to get it to compound it. Is that what it is? Because otherwise, it's like, why do y'all even care what's happening with brand? You're not even on brand. You're not on brand. Why do you care what's happening? Like, I don't care what's happening with compound because I'm not on compound. I don't sit here saying, oh, they should stop compound. Oh, they should increase compound. Oh, they should keep compound. Or they should reduce compound. Oh, compound this, compound that. This is the most that I've talked about compound in like a year and a half. Because because people are crying about Retta not being compounded. But like, I'm just curious, like, why do people on compound even care what's happening with branded Retta? You weren't gonna get branded Retta because you didn't get branded Zepbound or branded Wegovy. So it must, again, I just keep coming back to the same point. People were hoping for compounded Retta, and I don't understand why that was ever a hope. So I don't need to rehash that.
To Retta. The reason is for monetary or cost purposes. We don't want to use the big gun when we have smaller guns that work quite well. People have this idea that they should just go right to Retta. Why not use the drugs that we already know are effective and have a ton of data behind them and see if people respond?
Right. Because y'all gonna stop acting like, again, now I'm not talking to the compound people. Y'all gonna stop acting like Zepbound ain't that girl. First of all, brand. Okay? Like, relax. Zepbound brand works for a lot of people. It was only 9% in the trials that was having issues, and even the majority of those people caught up later in the higher doses. Y'all gonna stop acting like Zepbound brand ain't that girl and everybody just gotta jump on Retta. Like, please. That was really why I wanted to do this portion. Cause like, calm down. Calm down with the Retta fuss. Calm down. Like, again, it's not 400, 500, 600-pound people. Like, they're not the ones complaining. They're not the ones talking. Half of them don't even know Retta is. They don't know nothing about Eli Lilly or Retta. They don't know none of this. Okay, it's the people that are already in the mix, already losing weight, whether successfully or not. It's the people that are already in the community that know about Retta. Am I lying? Whether it's a fitness bro, a gym bro, whatever, whether it's a type 2 diabetic already on a GLP-1, a person on Compound, a person on Zepbound. It's the people in the community that know about Retta. Anybody outside of the community don't know shit about no Retta unless they're an investor. They don't know shit about no Retta other than potentially what they heard on TikTok. Okay, they don't know. So it's not 4, 5, 600 pound people crying about access to Retta. It's not them. It's not. Okay. So for everybody else, can we stop acting like Terzepatide is not that girl because she is? Like, can we stop? Can we not be so quick to jump on the next big thing, or be so ready to hyperventilate because we can't have access to the next big thing? Like, relax. Like, Zepbound is around, and then that's when we get into the but it doesn't work for everybody. I think y'all are talking about Compound. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think y'all are talking about brand. I think the people that brand doesn't like now. Wegovy, I'm gonna have to sit you over there, sister. Sister Wegovy, sit over there. The people that branded Zepbound does not work for at any dose from 2.5 to 15 is very small. I wish the Compound people would stop lumping themselves in with the Zepbound people as far as success. Listen, this is my opinion as a person that has tried both, okay? I wish the compounded TERS people that are not seeing success would stop lumping themselves in with branded Zepbound and Manjaro people and then saying, oh, well, not everyone sees success on Zepbound. Well, not everyone sees success on anything for one, but the majority of people that try branded Zepbound see success at some point. Like, they just have to work their way up the doses and make sure they're doing stuff that's not getting in the way of their progress. On Compound, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some people see success with no problems. Some people may start out slow and then see success later. Some people start out really strong and then stop seeing success. Some people don't see success at all. It really depends on the person, the compounding pharmacy, the dose, are you split dosing? Are you every 7 days, every 10? Like, the compound community as far as like success is so muddled. I would say on average people do okay. Like, on average people see success, but the outliers, the people that don't see success, they group themselves in with brand users, and it's like, no, that's not Zepbound not working. That is compounded terzepatide from whatever pharmacy you got it from not working. Zepbound is that girl. She is. Zepbound is that girl. Nothing has a 100% success rate, but Zepbound is that girl, and we need to stop acting like it's not. If you've never tried Zepbound brand, then you wouldn't know. You may say compounded terzepatide is that girl, or gray market Retta is that girl. Okay, that's fine, but we're not gonna act like Zepbound brand isn't that, like, no, we're not gonna act like it's not that girl. Told you it's fear of missing out. They want to get the next best thing, and they were told it will get to the telehealth world. Well, you look more toned. Are you lifting weights? Craig, you're late. Craig, I've been lifting weights. What do you mean, Craig? Hold on. Move, Dr. Spencer. Craig asked me a question. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on, Craig. I've been lifting weights. Where have you been? You're late. You're late. Like, you're late. Okay? I've been. Yeah? Shall I gloat for a moment? Do I look more toned? I do. That's because I've been working. I've been working quite hard, actually. Yeah? Since you're late to the stream, for whatever reason, since you didn't clock into work on time, okay? Let me share with you what I share with everyone else. Yeah? Okay? I've been working quite hard, Craig. I have. Yeah? Thanks for noticing. Is it my jaw? No, let me stop. Thank you. I've been working very hard. Okay, let's finish up with Dr. Spencer. Bruh, y'all know I never miss an opportunity to act a goddamn donkey. You know I never miss an opportunity to act a
first before
fool.
jumping to something like Retta. All the cardiovascular data that we have is in semaglutide and soon to be tirzepatide, and we have to wait a few more years for the Retta data to come out. Retta is amazing. I'm very excited for it to come out. I have a lot of patients that I'm going to use it on. I don't blame Eli Lilly for making a biologic. I understand why people are upset because they want to get it cheaper. However, I think if you're already getting it from the gray market, I don't think that's going to stop. I'm not going to recommend that route, but people are still going to do it.
Right, right. They are. Very well said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
On October 24th, 2014,
Oh shit, y'all about to hear my
58-year-old Thelma
true crime.
Denise Lowry.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if y'all heard that or not. That was my true crime starting. But okay, I'm glad I got through that. I think Dr. Spencer nailed it. Like, as a doctor, yeah, he's excited about Retta. He's gonna use it on plenty of people. And he knows that people want it cheaper, but I mean, can you blame Eli Lilly with the way these telehealth companies show their ass? Can you blame them? Can you blame them with the fight that these telehealth companies have put up to make sure they can keep raking in the dough? Yeah. So, um, I think he did a wonderful job explaining. I disagree with Dr. Nadolsky on some things, but like in general, for the most part, I tend to agree with what he has to say. And I thought he did a wonderful job explaining. Like, he's not alarmed that Retta is going to be a biologic. He's still excited about it coming out. He's still excited about it. So if a doctor that I respect is not alarmed, I don't think I would be alarmed. I'm not alarmed. I'm not alarmed. Now let me tell y'all something I've always said. Cause I know that let me be fair to the compound people, cause they be feeling like this is why I'll talk about compound, cause people this is why I don't talk about compound, cause people get their feelings. But listen, I have always been honest about the fact that it is a privilege for me to be on branded Zepbound. It is a privilege for me to pay $450 a month for branded Zepbound. If for any reason I lost my income, or Eli Lilly said, you know what, you ingrates, you bunch of ungrateful sons of with something, no more 450 Zepbound, which I doubt they'll ever do. But let's say I lost my income and I couldn't afford it anymore, and I had to tighten my budget. I would go to compounded tirzepatide from a compounding pharmacy that I trust, that I've experienced success on. I'm not anti-compound. I think the compound people be delusional sometimes. That's all. And entitled. Okay. I am not anti-compound. I'm not even anti-gray market. That's not my route. Like it's not. I haven't tried it. I don't know anything about it. So I try not to speak on it too much. But I don't judge the people that go that route. I don't judge them. So I'm not anti-compound. If I lost access to branded Zepbound, I would work very hard to regain my access, but for whatever reason, if I just couldn't pull it off, like if I just couldn't pull together the $450, whether it was taking a long time for me to find another job or a part-time job or whatever, I would go to compound for $200 or something like that. You know what I mean? Temporarily, I would do it. It's not gonna kill me. You know what I mean? It's not gonna kill me. So, but if I have, but for as long as I have an option that's not that, like for as long as I have access to branded Zepbound, I'm going to pay for Zepbound. Like it's just better to me. Like it's like the real thing is better because I've tried both, and again, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Thank you, Shonda. I deserve to get roasted. I'm just saying, like, what do you mean? I look toned. You're late? You're late. Okay. I'm a big pharma shield. Shut them down. Jen, you get to say things that I can't say because I'm going to get fussed at as the content creator, okay? I'm going to get fussed at. Okay? I'm going to get fussed at. The best way to put it, we listen and we don't judge. Quick pen is cool. I haven't tried it yet, but Sydney suggested it for split dosing, and Dr. Nadolski also suggested it for the same thing. I'm just lazy. I hate extra steps, and I don't want to take my shot twice. I already hate taking it once a week. I don't want to take it more times a week. So I'm just trying my best to make once a week work, man. Sometimes I gotta take it on the 5th day. Sometimes I gotta take it on the 7th day. Sometimes I don't feel like it, so I take it on the 8th or 9th day. I don't feel like purposefully like taking a shot twice. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it once. So I'm not complaining. I just know that the option is there. I just don't feel like it. And you know what I do think is gonna happen? I think Eli Lilly are gonna take the vials away and force everybody to the quick pen. I do. I do. Because they sent a survey out asking trying to gauge people's interest in the quick pen. Like, did you switch to the quick pen? If you didn't, why not? How did you find out about the quick pen? Like, they want to know why the people that are on vials are on vials. Like, they just assumed everybody wanted the quick pen and everybody was gonna switch over, and that didn't happen. A lot of the people that are on vials want to stay on vials. I don't have anything against the quick pen. I just don't. I'm fine with what I'm doing. I don't feel a need to change what I'm doing. Like, even when I'm traveling, I don't feel like. I just don't feel like it, and I think a lot of people feel that way. I think a lot of people feel that way. Like there's nothing you can say to some of us that's gonna get us to switch because we're already used to what we're doing. We're stuck in our ways. We don't feel like changing it unless you make us. So I do think Eli Lilly is gonna force everybody to the quick pin. I hope they don't. If they do, it's not the end of the world. But and maybe I'll like it better. I just don't feel like finding out right now. I just don't. I just don't. I just don't. I just don't. Okay, Craig, if you say so. I mean, Hollandale's the best compound I ever had. So I don't even want to entertain another compounding pharmacy. Personally, me. Red Rock was the worst I ever had. You couldn't pay me to take compound from Red Rock. I have telehealth companies emailing me, wanting me to, work with them. I don't feel like it. I just don't. I don't have anything against the people that do. I just don't feel like it. Like, I'm not on compound. I'm not. Like, why are you looking at my video from 2 years ago talking about we saw your video? Okay, from 2 years ago, I am no longer on compound. So you did not do your research on me as a content creator. You found a video from 2 years ago, didn't do any research to see what's going on with this creator now. Would she be a good fit as an affiliate? You're just like, we think you'd be a good fit. Like, why? I'm not on compound. The fuck? I like vials better. I can't say I like it better because I didn't try the quick pen. I just don't feel like finding out. I just don't feel like switching. I don't feel like it. And I'm okay with that. But I think they're going to force everybody to the quick pen. I think they're going to force everyone over to the quick pen, and they're trying to figure out why people didn't switch automatically. Like they probably anticipated a mass migration to the quick pen. I don't know what the numbers are, but I don't think it's what they thought it was going to be. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sending out surveys like, "Hey, why didn't you switch?" Because I didn't feel like it. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, do you know we have the quick pen? Yes. If you're on vials, why are you still on vials? Because I feel like it. Because you still offer it. Didn't RMZ do a story on Hollandale, or is it Empower? I don't know. You want me to find out real quick? I have no idea. Oh shit. I put RMS. RMZ. Oh, I gotta do round mound. I don't know how to find the video. Oh, it was Empower. Let's watch.
To
Is this the
Oisa
video?
Pharmacy, I think that's how you say it. That was the pharmacy in Florida that was shut down for not having a sterile compounding license.
Is it cheaper? No, it's the same price. That's why I think they're gonna force us to switch, because why offer two options at the same price? I think eventually they're gonna get rid of the vials and just force everybody to the quick pen, which is not really the end of the world. You're not paying any more or losing any money. Right now they let you choose. and I choose to stay with the vials because that's what I started with. I don't feel like switching. But I don't really see what's the point of them having two options. So to me, it would make sense for them to switch. I don't think they're going to lose any money if they switch. We're not going to have to pay any more if we switch. They won't have to manufacture two delivery systems. So yeah. But is this the video you're talking about, Jen?
We've also heard about the Equita pharmacy situation, which was shut down by the state of Washington for non-sterile compounding practices. Then you add on the lies about the ownership relationship between Mochi and Equita, Dr. Myra and her husband, and all of that, along with allegations of importing research-grade medications to provide to customers. Well, this one is.
You see what? I don't have time for this. You see what I'm talking about, though? You see what I'm talking about? Like this one, oh no, this is from a year ago. Okay, so hold on. But allegations of importing research peptides. Listen, don't shoot the messenger, but when y'all start seeing Reddit pop up, don't act like y'all know where the telehealth companies are getting their supply of compound from, like or their materials. Don't act like y'all know that. None of us know. We don't know. We assume they're doing things the way that they're supposed to be doing them. Okay, with TERS and SEMA. With Retta, you're telling me you're confident it's not gonna be gray, but then gonna turn your nose up at gray market people that go straight to the supplier? Okay. All right. If you just want your gray to come compounded so you don't have to mix it yourself, just say that. Just say that. Just say that. Dose disruption in Power Pharmacy. So I see one from 2 weeks ago, Jen. Does that sound better? Like, I mean, does that sound more accurate? I see one from 2 weeks ago.
What if I told you that one of the fastest growing pharmaceutical companies in America is not a pharmaceutical company at all? It operates out of Houston, Texas. It pulled in over $300 million in revenue last year. It has sent drugs to patients in all 50 states. And according to the FDA, it has been making drugs in visibly dirty rooms, releasing batches of injectable medications after detecting bacterial contamination and doing it all over again, even after receiving warning letter after warning letter. That company is Empower Pharmacy, and
Okay, it's this one, Jen. It's this one.
the Houston Chronicle recently published a 5-part investigative series about them that every single person who has ever used a compounded GLP-1, compounded testosterone, or any compounded drug needs to see. Now, I actually covered Empower back on May 16th of 2025 when the first FDA warning letters dropped in and Endpoint's news investigation started, surfacing some of the alarming allegations from former employees. I will link that in the video above, but today, with all 5 parts of the Chronicle series now published, we have a much fuller picture, and it is a lot worse than I thought. Let's get into it. Part 1, who is Sean Norian and what is Empower Pharmacy? To understand what Empower Pharmacy is, you first have to understand where it came from. And that story starts with one man, Sean Norian. Norian grew up in Houston. He is the son of an entrepreneur and a nurse, and he wanted to fix cars for a living. But the 2007 financial crisis pushed him into engineering. He ended up at oil services giant Schlumberger, working in hydraulic fracturing as a field engineer. Then one day on the job, he damaged his spine lifting a piece of heavy metal. During his recovery, a doctor discovered that Norian had the testosterone level of, in his words, an 80-year-old man. A urologist prescribed him testosterone from a compounding pharmacy. And according to Norian, after his first injection, he gained 15 pounds of muscle practically overnight. On a podcast, he later said,
I'm gonna let this finish and then I'm gonna get out of here. Tamika says we do know it's imported through FDA green list. People just need to read a little. Sorry, I switched cameras. I was being a little facetious when I'm like, do we know where it's coming from? As if compounding is not like coming from reputable sources. What I'm saying is, you're right. People do need to do the research, because I don't believe all of the telehealth companies are on the up and up as far as like where the compounders that they're choosing are sourcing their materials from, is what I'm trying to say. And we're, I think, gonna see that through this video. So let me start getting ready to head out to the gym. I'm gonna let this play. Actually, let me let it play out loud so I can hear it as I'm getting ready. But I'll be here, guys.
Was like, wow, what is this stuff? That experience from a compounding pharmacy. And according to Norian, after his first injection, he gained 15 pounds of muscle practically overnight. On a podcast, he later said, I was like, wow, what is this stuff? That experience changed everything. In 2009, Norian opened Empower Pharmacy, initially leasing space in a doctor's office to produce customized testosterone for patients. He became a licensed pharmacy technician, consulted with physicians to develop unique hormone formulas, and applied his engineering brain to the drug manufacturing process. He built the business during a boom. Testosterone prescription sales had exploded from about $100 million in 2000 to nearly $2.7 billion by 2013, driven by celebrity endorsements, direct to consumer marketing, and a growing wellness culture. You have Joe Rogan, Dax Shepard, even RFK Jr. Now, the Secretary of Health and Human Services has publicly acknowledged using testosterone therapy. The drug had gone from a niche medical treatment to a mainstream optimization tool. Norian leaned into this extremely hard. He talks about compounding as a revolution. He says drugs like testosterone can make patients feel, in his words, like Superman, comparing the results to being LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. His spokesperson later clarified that was a personal reflection, not a clinical claim, but that is the energy Norian brings to this. The growth numbers tell the story. Empower went from $3.5 million in sales in 2014 to over $300 million in 2024. It moved from a repurposed doctor's office to two massive facilities totaling nearly 100,000 square feet in Houston. They built a new manufacturing plant in New Jersey, purchased for tens of millions of dollars. It acquired licenses to ship drugs to all 50 states, and in 2024, it was dispensing over 70,000 prescriptions per week. For context, a typical compounding pharmacy dispenses about 350 prescriptions per week. Empower does 200 times that. Now,
Oh,
how did
really?
it get there?
Oh, RMZ is doing the Lord's work. This is what I'm gonna be listening to this shit at the gym, and then I'm gonna go listen to the video that I originally started with from a year ago. RMZ is doing the Lord's work. Say what now? 200 times? I'm just saying, let's have a little nuance with putting these telehealth companies on a pedestal, yeah? Let's have a little nuance with putting compound on a pedestal, yeah? I say this as a person that had and would use compound again if I needed to. But like, let's have a little nuance, okay, guys? How are you? How are you?
Two words: GLP-1s. Now, moving on to part two, the GLP-1 gold rush. In 2022, the FDA declared a shortage of GLP-1 drugs. You know them. Semaglutide, sold as Ozempic and Wegovy.
I'm sorry, everything just connected. AirPods. Give me a second. All right, let's do this.
And tirzepatide, sold as Mounjaro
Why
and
are you
Zepbound.
still? Oh my God. Please stop.
Now, these drugs had become a cultural phenomenon. Celebrities were using them. The waiting lists were months long, and the brand name prices were up to $1,000 a month without insurance. When the FDA declares a drug shortage, compounding pharmacies are legally allowed to mass produce copies to fill the gap. That declaration was, as one former FDA official described it, to The Chronicle, a perfect storm for compounders. An expensive drug and enormous demand, now legally open for copying. Empower jumped in immediately. The company tripled its revenue during the shortage period, going from $119 million in 2022 to $377 million in 2024.
So when I say these telehealth companies took advantage of a shortage, this is what I'm talking about. Don't shoot the messenger.
According to an internal sales dashboard obtained by the Chronicle, GLP-1 formulations accounted for 66% of Empower's $311 million of revenue through the first 10 months of 2024. Their single best-selling product was semaglutide mixed with vitamin B12 sold in multi-dose vials. Now, here is where it gets complicated. When the shortages started to wind down in 2024, compounders were no longer legally permitted to make straight copies of GLP-1. So what did they do? They started adding vitamins like B12 or niacinamide to the formulation. Under compounding law, if a physician prescribes a drug with a medically necessary modification, the pharmacy can make it. Adding a vitamin technically counts as a modification, according to them. Critics, including former FDA officials quoted in the Chronicle series, call this a trick, a pretext, a way to mass produce patented drugs under the cover of personalization. The FDA itself has warned that vitamin additives may not be enough to differentiate a compounded GLP-1 from the brand name version, but enforcement on this remains murky. There is also a dual role conflict worth noting here. Empower's chief sales officer co-founded DeFi Medical, a telehealth company that was simultaneously Empower's single largest prescription client in the first quarter of 2024. Empower says the relationship is publicly disclosed and that the sales officer has no role in prescribing decisions, but the optics are hard to look past. All this growth happened in a regulatory environment that was already struggling to keep up, and Empower was about to start testing that environment in ways that went beyond anything the regulators had seen before. So let's talk about part 3, stretching the rules. To understand the regulatory structure here, you need to know about 2 types of compounding pharmacies.
I think we get the gist. I shared the link to RMZ's video in the chat. In case you want to go finish the rest of that, I highly recommend it because I'm about to go listen to it. I just got to go hop my ass in this car and go to this gym before I fall asleep. All right. So that's pretty much the end of that. We started out by talking about me being 99 pounds down, and we got into the fuss over Retta. It is what it is. Like, listen, don't nobody gotta listen to me. Don't nobody gotta like what I'm saying or care about what I'm saying. At the end of this stream, once I long off, I no longer give a shit about what's happening with Retta or Compound or telehealth companies or compounding pharmacies or the FDA. I don't care about none of that. Okay. I think that everybody should do what works for them and be happy. Okay. Let's not cry over spilled milk. Let's not even cry over milk that ain't even been spilled. Milk that you want to go kick over and then cry about it being spilled. Like Eli Lilly, like this milk ain't even for you. Why are you over here? Let me stop being an asshole. I love you guys. Let me stop. But listen, it is what it is. Whether Retta becomes a biologic or not, that ain't got shit to do with me. That don't got shit to do with half of us, okay? Because you know what? Half of us have already gotten past our 40 BMI, and if you haven't, but you are working toward it, then you're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you haven't started yet and you're looking forward to Retta, then great. Work with your doctor, and hopefully insurance companies will get their lives together and cover it. All right. So I'm gonna get out of here. 4 hours long. I'm probably gonna split this stream. So if you come back, or if you see that it's 2 videos tomorrow or whatever, you know what happened. I came back and split it. We still got to go over what I'm going to do about my groceries, y'all, because food is high as hell. We still got to go over my groceries. I doubt I'm going to do it tomorrow, but Andrew has no faith in me and he says I will anyway. So we will see about that. Other than that, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. And if you get a chance, make sure you hype the stream. All right. I love you all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.